typed in scary but funny. That's what I searched for in YouTube earlier. Just funny, scary but funny. Then 2 of the videos that came up seemed like something I could play on stream. Then there's also a thumbnail of someone from Paw Patrol getting spanked by a clown. I don't think we'll watch that one. That's weird. All right. Scary but funny. Yeah, that's just awful. It's not like those like Spider-Man Elsa things ever went away. They just got worse. You know what I mean? And scary but funny. Here, I'll read you the title of the video so you can go look it up if you want. Nick and Tanny troll in scary teacher 3D house. Paw Patrol and scary teacher 3D mukbang. I don't know why I even just said that. Now they just are going to get views. But the sentence itself is so obscene and fucking so stupid. Paw Patrol and scary teacher 3D mukbang. Remember one time I said mukbang and someone said I said it wrong? Am I saying mukbang wrong? I'm pretty sure that's the right way to say it, right? Oh, no. Look at this fucking, the like first second of this video. Best scary horror pranks 2020. Scare prank compilation. Try not to laugh. Buy today video. Okay. Like that's not like a fucking ultimatum. Just try not to laugh. Buy today. No, that's just the name of the channel, apparently. Got a lot going on here, though. Today video. What the fuck is that? Just the name of the channel? By Cyberlink Power Director. And then we got some other fucking... I think this might just be part of the video. Oh my god. It's still fucking loud. It's like... This can't be real. This cannot be. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, I muted it. Put the subtitles on. Sport fails. What does that Subway say on it? Does anyone know where this is? Can anyone make a geo guess at this just from this Subway? It's Brazil. Also, thank you for all the resubs. Hellfire. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you for the 4 months. Cthulhu. Thank you for that 8 months. Appreciate that. Arco with the 15 months. Very much appreciated. Thank you, everybody. We had a big drop off in sub points, but because we had like a bunch of big sub bombs last month, September, whatever. So thank you for the resubs. I appreciate it. We'll be on that Sigma grind set all month this month. So I do appreciate it. So it's Brazil. There's a laugh track. Mr. Hallenbeck, thank you for that Prime Gaming. Appreciate that. Thank you for that 15 months. What is happening here? It's just the subway being... Whoa, is someone like popping in there? Oh, there's a girl on the subway. They're just like... Wonder what year this is. Also, the Today video thing makes it look like it's from, like, Good Morning America. Isn't that, like, the symbol for Good Morning America? It is, right? What the fuck? Is this actually being shown on the Today Show? Dude, is this actually the Today Show? I refuse to believe. One guy's like, I like that transition effect. Yeah, this girl's throat is gonna be fucked up. Can't just be doing that. How's the volume anyways? It was super fucking loud. Oh, she's like hiding in a compartment. That seems safe. I did a bunch of reworking on my audio today too, because the past week has been, some of it has been fucked up, so I like went back and redid a bunch of shit, so it should be sounding way better now. Like my voice at least. I don't know about everything else. This one guy. Yeah, it was really quiet, it sounded like the past few nights. Week. I like hit some gain knob on my actual audio interface and a bunch of shit got fucked up. Ah! What's up, Devik? Yeah, Black Dahlia, thank you for those 8 months. Appreciate that. This is just like, who the fuck is this guy? They're just like hiding in the seats and shit. Dude, those people are fucking scared. That's like the oldest prank in the book. And these also are not scary. They're just like fucking dumb. Is this like Tim and Eric or what? Spaghetti. Oh, it's so fucked up. That one guy. Oh, this is just dumb. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Especially if you had like your phone in your back pocket and you just like fucking crush it. Immediately. I found this other video when I was just looking up scary but funny things. It's just like some homemade found footage thing. New scary found footage videos from an SD card. In September 2019, a couple of bikers stumbled across a dirty bag with an old tripod and a broken camera deep in the forest areas of Portuguese Park. Where is that? I'm assuming it's not in Portugal. The bag contained 2 SD cards full of footage from an expedition of the original owners. After watching the shocking footage completely through, they turned it over to the local police department and thought the video was a ridiculous prank. This is the footage found on the first card. It has been cut and released to the public in a shorter portion, so hopefully we can get help in identifying, or just in identifying victims of this horror. In Sacramento, Manitoba, Portugal. I gotta give you enough time to read all that. I read it for you, though. That definitely was not enough time, though. Please watch all the footage. I mean, clearly it's not. I mean, it says it's found.
Hello? Let me get it straight.
Hello?
I'm sure y'all can see me good. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah. So this your boy Andrew, man. I'm getting ready to shoot this documentary. And we getting ready to go on this little hunt for the legend. The legend of what? The legend of the dung-sucking lizard. Yeah, that's right.
The dung-sucking lizard? I have not, I've not watched any of this so far. I just thought it would be good. He said dung, right? I thought he said dung. You think duck? No, I don't think he said dong. Some kind of lizard.
Duck sucking. I know
yeah, duck sucking.
Crazy,
okay.
That's the word it is around this.
He legit just said duck sucking.
Us a little hunt together, a couple of my buddies. One guy, he cameraman, he better with it, so I'm gonna, pick him up. The other buddy, he pretty good at just hunting stuff down, so make sure we pick him up. We're gonna go and check it out, and we gonna record everything.
He good at hunting stuff down.
Ain't nothing gonna go on recording from the morning to the noon to the noon to the night to the night to the next morning. But it's gonna get done. Y'all coming? Let's go. What's up, man? What y'all?
Man, shit, man. Chillin', bro. Chillin'. Same old thing.
That's a cinnamon roll.
Move with me?
No, what type of movie you talking about?
Man, I'm trying to go on this little hunt, man. Trying to see if the legend is true.
Legend? What type of legend, bro?
You know the legend, bro, about the duck-sucking lizard, man.
You believe in this shit, bro?
Yeah, man. Would you be honest with you? Don't
Yo,
even
Champion definitely is back. Like, Champion, when I was a kid, I remember my dad giving me some of his old clothes, and there's a lot of Champion stuff. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, Champion was kind of whack. Dude, Champion is like, it's up there now.
We trying to shoot this little documentary, and we can get paid off of it.
Get paid? Come on now, bro. Come stop it. Who gonna want to pay to see some shit out of
I mean, it was never bad quality. I'm just saying. They're back.
Man. They got paid, bro. Like 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Now imagine if we had that kind of money, just the two of us.
Oh, hey, shit. That sounds convincing right there.
Yeah, and it's true. Like, everything that was, old is new again. Like that retro.
Yeah, man. If it's just me and you.
Well, we don't even know where to start. We don't even got a place to go. We don't even know anything about how.
Yeah, you got me there. But you know what? I do know a guy, kind of like a woodsman. He knows his way around every place. We can go scoop him up. We might have to split a few ways, but still money, man.
Dude, I love saying I'm gonna go scoop someone up. I still say it, and I get like a weird look now because I don't know. Make sure you say that. Everybody, make sure you use scoop when you're saying you're gonna like pick somebody up. They'll come scoop you up.
Ridiculous, but
just fucking do it.
Talk like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So shit. I mean, okay, well, shit. When you trying to start?
We starting already.
All right, you want me to get my shit together?
I don't want to die.
Now? Like yesterday now.
Okay, well, fuck it. But let's go.
Let's go. What's all that do, man?
Yo, there's a new luxury dark, but it looks like fucking.
We're gonna need to see. We're gonna need a good camera. You know what I'm saying?
Not good.
If it's really real shit, you're gonna need some real good quality. So,
Speaking of that,
I'm glad I'm bringing your ass.
I don't think we're gonna watch it.
If this shit really gonna make us some bread, man. We got.
I put it on for like a minute where they're talking to the girl, and she's like, "Yeah, my daddy takes such good care of me." And I was like, "God damn it, what the fuck?" It's like borderline, like too far. Again, I mean that's what they do, but I don't want to watch that.
I'm trying to go the real route. You know what I'm saying? The real route.
See, this is why I assembled you on my team, man.
Usually they're not that far into it though. Like I like the weird ones they make, but when it's like sexy, weird shit, I don't like that.
Get paid here, you know. A lot is a lot, man. Let's just say we're gonna get paid. All right, a lot.
Because they used to make videos that were like weird like that back in the day. And I didn't even actually ever realize that when I started watching those videos was the old Luxury Dark stuff. They would do like the pranks where they would like, oh yeah, the like 13-year-old girl meeting a like, the fucking like the Dateline videos. No, this is not that channel. I'm talking about them in the other tense Chris Henson kind of shit. They tried to do stuff like that, but it was like really fucking weird. And they got like called out by mad commentary channels. And then they came back with like the Luxury Dark shit. And people were like, oh, actually, this is kind of funny. Like, that's all it takes. You just have to actually like make something people think is funny to be redeemed.
Yeah, man. You got me doing this journey and shit, man. I'm really trying to come out here.
I mean, whatever, their channels are fucking
Wilderness, man. This is my boy, man.
insanely popular. Just goes to show.
This weird ass nigga.
Yeah, I know he look weird, man. But
What is he doing?
goats and shit through the damn grass, man. He's good at what he do.
He's sniffing the grass.
You sure you want to take this motherfucker with us?
No, I'm not. We're gonna do it anyway.
Don't fuck around and kill us out in the goddamn woods.
Maybe so. We're gonna be rich.
It's not even really the woods. It's just like some fucking.
It's dangerous. Fuck.
What's up, man? What y'all?
There's like a factory in the background.
Shit, man. What you doing out here, man? You alright? Yeah, I'm cool.
We're not gonna watch this whole thing, but this is pretty funny.
Man, you trying to go on this little
Like
hunt
fucking
on-
45 minutes long.
Man, we got a little hunt going on. Yeah? Yeah, man. We're going out in the wilderness. Really?
Yo, ballet parking.
Search for the duck.
Thank you for that Prime Gamer.
Listen.
The duck sucking lizard.
Yeah, man. You heard the legend?
I know this shit ridiculous, but there's money involved in this shit, man. I'm trying to go. Man,
There's what money?
you heard the Blair Witch, right?
Yeah.
Man, there's a few million involved in this shit, right?
Million. I was telling him about
So
it.
now they're breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
But you.
And plus, you know what I'm saying, this gives us a chance to go out in the wilderness, see if this vision is true.
I guess they're not really. I don't know.
Love
That's
Kill all the funny animals that you want. You know?
for real.
So when you guys going?
We going whenever you ready, man, because we starting already. We
Who's
already
bankrolling
started the
this?
documentary.
I mean,
We're doing the documentary, man. We don't know
It kind of looks like it's just a cell phone. So whoever's paying the bill.
Let me know. Yeah, like we just said, we're ready now. You can just put the leaf down, and we can go. Hey, yeah.
It's like passing it
We're going
around.
this way.
Down?
All right, yeah.
Hey, you can leave the stick, bro. You can leave that.
No, I just want to take it with me.
It's a lot of them out in the woods. We ain't going in the woods, bro. Yeah.
Yeah?
Man, put that stick down, man.
What was that sound?
Y'all, let's go, man. Let's get the fuck over here. We're gonna get this joint started. Oh, Shay, watch your step, man. Ugh, like some shit.
That is some shit. Some damn human shit.
Ugh.
There's just a Snickers
My
bar.
way through the neck of the woods.
Fuck is he doing? Smelling firefighters again and shit?
He's gonna go out there, dear.
Shit, I'm saying it. I'm reading this in the paper, and that's all.
Wow.
When do they actually get to the woods?
Shit. You got an idea where we're gonna start?
Is that him? Is that it? You guys see it, right? Do you see it?
Shit, I see something down there.
Is that the sucker?
I see something.
Yo, what the
That can't
fuck?
be it, dude.
That is it. That was it.
Fuck.
I get the legend.
This shit might be real.
We got real live footage.
Fucking footage.
Did you film it?
I got it, bro. I got it on camera. Oh, shit. I got it.
real.
Two? What?
Oh my God.
Shit. This can't be real, man. This can't. We gotta
There's
go
two
over
duck
there.
suckers there. We gotta go. We gotta go now.
We gotta go see.
All right, guys. We finally arrived here at Portuguese Park. This is where the story of Jeopardy first happened. This is also where all the stories of the duck-sucking lizard. We're gonna go over here to the forest and try to see if we can find any information. If any of this stuff is true. Because we about to record everything. I mean everything. Y'all ready? Let's go.
The fuck?
Pato Legato?
Hell no. I don't know what the fuck that is.
You don't know what the fuck that is?
What?
Pato Legato, boy. That's the legend of the duck-sucking lizard, bro.
Oh, that's the shit y'all was doing back then, huh?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Get us some good evidence and see what happens here, man.
Have you ever heard about the Balzan couple?
Balzan couple, never heard of them.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that story.
Never heard of that shit.
Oh, shit. Well, let me tell you. That's when both of them got quacked off. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, he quacked both of them on off. Shit.
Wow.
I think it happened like around,
Right here. Right there.
You here?
yeah, that's it.
Here?
Quacked off.
Shot of bushes. I guess we're gonna go over here to the location where the Balzan couple had their little incident. So, did any of you guys want to elaborate on what happened there?
Well, you know, they wasn't camping.
Okay.
You know, when any man gotta go camping, ain't no toilets or no shit like that out here. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
So when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Fair everything.
When you go, that means you gotta whip that boy out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, don't tell me.
Yeah, in the minute,
Don't tell.
and the thing, the one he went to the bathroom, he got caught up. And the next one out there to check on couldn't find him yet.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Double quack.
Maybe it's true.
Yeah.
I heard.
That's what I hear.
Anytime you're out in the open, so you have to go. It happened to me.
Shit.
Shit. I didn't get sucked.
Oh, shit. Thank God.
I was out here. Matter of fact, right there to be exact.
By this pink bush?
Happened to
This
me.
is it.
Here?
This is it right here.
The pink bush? Oh, shit.
It's all right, man. We
I mean,
gonna get to you this time.
It's just the time that I was out here. All I can just hear is just, I don't know. I don't.
The smacking,
It's
quacking
the
sounds?
smacking, pure wetness. I didn't. It's bringing back flashbacks.
It's all right, man.
No.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
No.
Stay cool.
It's okay, man. Let's
No.
just go.
Stay cool, bro.
Let's leave from here, bro. Let's just go. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is an eerie feeling about that pink bush.
No.
That's where them niggas die. Well, this is what you get?
No. No.
That shit's crazy, man. I ain't fucking around with that pink bush ass shit.
I don't like
Yeah, let's get on up out of
It's
here.
crazy, bro. It's making me feel funny.
To you, man.
Me too, bro.
Sorry that happened.
You guys ever heard about that Jedediah Pratt story, bro?
Jebediah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear the story.
It's crazy, man, because
I want to hear the story.
I remember like it was yesterday, you know. I was out here, I was barbecuing, right? Yeah. No meat. No, just, you know,
No meat.
barbecuing, no meat, bro. I mean,
He was doing that shit again.
I don't know. I
Bro,
had the grill and it's just,
Hey, yo,
we cool, bro.
back to the story. Jebediah.
yeah,
What happened with Jedediah?
I was barbecuing and I remember like it's yesterday. He was there. That's it, right there. And Jebediah himself.
Oh, shit.
He had the service going, right?
Yeah, the service.
Everyone was here. All I know is, while Jebediah was giving his speech, he stopped for a moment. He leaned back, right here against this,
Yeah.
and there it was, the wetness. The wetness. The smack sound.
The wetness.
All we know is
Wetness.
Jebediah,
Ah.
he was here.
He was there.
He was left here. Just his clothes.
Shit.
He did it to him. He
Oh, they-
sucked him
Dry.
dry.
They said that shit, bro. You don't believe nothing but your fucking shoes and a pile of powder or some shit in your clothes, bro.
All I know is Jebediah was sitting here, just like how I am now, sitting here. Stop for a moment. In the blink of an eye.
It's all right, man.
I closed my eyes, and there it was.
Ah.
I heard enough. I don't suck a lizard. I don't think I need. I was just sitting here in his clothes.
In that same area over here, bro? And why the
The
fuck
same here.
Why the fuck are we still over here then?
A fragrance. Johnson Johnson.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah, let's go, yo.
All I can see is the scarf that Jebediah was wearing.
Come on, man, let's go, man.
No.
We need to get him from over here.
No, it's
Yeah.
just.
It's all right, man.
It's just that I'm having flashbacks.
Which
I don't
Johnson
know.
and
Only thing I
Johnson
can think about
products
is the
did you
scarf.
smell?
The scarf. Yes,
There's
the
too many
scarf
of them.
Jebediah was wearing.
They're all
Jebediah
known to do
scarf?
bad things.
You don't mean a blue scarf, do you, bro?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Was you here?
How you know it's blue?
No, because it's some shit over here, bro. Check the shit out.
Oh.
They can't be here, bro. They can't be the fucking scarf.
Jebediah scarf.
They can't.
I thought this happened 13 years ago. What would scarf still be doing here?
Jed?
Yeah, the audio editing is pretty good.
How is that possible?
The stingers and stuff,
Can't
the
be fucking real,
zooms,
bro.
they are pretty funny.
You gotta put that shit back. Leave it like this. You shouldn't have disturbed it, bro.
Let's go, man.
Fucking disturbed it.
Ain't no time for that creepy shit. Put it down and let's go.
Seriously, man.
Let's go, bro.
You leave his ass here. This shit. So what we doing now, guys? Trying to find a fucking entrance or some shit?
Yeah, man, I'm just following him,
To the
man.
point where it's like a cut
Trying to
is
stay
pretty
clear.
funny.
I don't want to get ducked off.
So Don, what are we doing? We trying to find the entrance to the woods or what?
Yeah.
Do you know the way?
'Cause I heard
The
it's
entrance to
gonna
the
be over there.
woods.
This time of day, night.
Shit. I guess this is it.
Yeah, let's just be careful, man. I mean, you know, I want to get the footage and the money and all, but I don't want to get my soul.
So fuck.
No, I
Me either, man. Fuck this shit.
don't.
What are you on the trail of?
He was here.
Oh, shit.
Smell it.
Oh.
Smell of duck.
Ah,
Is that what that is?
Here,
Oh, no thanks. I believe.
here, smell it.
I believe, bro.
Excuse me.
Bro,
Smell it.
hold on. I believe. I believe, bro. Hold on.
Here, duck. You can continue, fellas.
Which way?
This way.
yeah, they should hook this guy up with fucking Nigel. Like
I
put these
think
guys in
going
Bad
here-
Ben.
Things like
All
what?
the time.
Well, things like
You
what?
have to be alert.
Yeah, he's right. What things like what?
So
got
many
us into,
things.
Like what, man? You keep saying that, but like what?
The deadly suction
Shit.
of the duck sucker.
Seems like they kind of are on the same wavelength.
Watch your step.
Shit.
This is it, y'all. We're actually going in. Hoping to get some real live footage. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Real live footage. They're just fucking going in.
I'm coming, man. I'm coming. Anything? You get anything, man?
Anything?
He was here.
Shit. How you know?
For some odd reason, I'm getting a
They're like a
smell
foot
of
in.
duck.
And lizard?
I don't know, but it's just a real ducky smell.
Move, man.
Yeah, we gotta keep moving, bro.
We gotta go.
We gotta keep moving.
We gotta.
We gotta keep it moving.
Hey, cuz, you want to grab this camera for me, man?
Sure, I got you.
Record this for me.
You want to get in the picture? I got you.
Yeah.
Duck sauce.
Eerie, man. This is crazy and creepy. Shit creep me out in here.
It's just like little fucking grove of trees.
I see. Shit.
You hear like a fucking
Can't even fucking get through here.
like trash collector backing up in the
Where we
distance.
headed, bro? Do you know what's around there?
Yeah, I know where I'm from. I go through here all the time.
I'm just following him, man. I trust him. I trust him. Ah, shit.
Is this the area where
It's like a fucking swamp or
they killed
something.
that little teenager? But they found his body all dried and decomposed,
Oh my God.
ductless.
Man, we all got poison ivy now.
What was that?
This area right here.
Let's see what it is.
That's one thing about this at the woods. Yeah. Oh, watch that stick. Watch stick.
Shit. Fuck around and die before we even get to the sucker monster. People out there, stay the fuck away from the woods. So is this the area? This tree right here? Is this where the teenager was found?
What? Oh,
It's a little closer right here, no.
it's over here.
It's not that one. They did say it was over here by a fucking bag hanging from the tree. The beer bottle. The bag in the beer bottle.
Yes, that's it right there. That's his last drink.
Oh shit.
That's Jebediah's last drink. Oh,
Shit.
I thought Jebediah died at the fucking pavilion.
Happened. This stuff is like really true. Nobody never came to.
are you recording?
This shit, yes, it's still filming, bro. It's crazy, right? It's not even been disturbed in all these years.
It's nerve-wracking, man. I think we should just. I'm getting kind of scared, man.
This guy, he's onto something. What is it?
You
I
smell
don't know, I
Jebediah? Anybody? Duck-sucking lizard? Anything?
Still the same fragrance. I don't know. I don't know. I never experienced this ever in my life. And I've been in these woods a lot. It's like, I don't know.
Never experienced this before.
We're not lost, are we?
I don't think so, bro.
Of course not.
We should be able to find a way back out of here.
Kind of seem like we.
This is the way. Follow me. Follow me.
Okay, let's get somewhere. Gotta get the fucking way out of here. Like, this shit's starting to scare me, bro. I didn't come here to see dead bodies laying in coffins and dirt piles where people were buried. And
I didn't come here to see bodies
I didn't know it was
and
gonna get
coffins.
Maybe the legend is true.
It's looking like it's true.
I didn't believe it at first, but
yeah,
I just don't want to get my ducks out.
it looked like we came through this area before.
Yeah, that's like all I did when I was a kid was like walk through the
Same
woods
shit.
and like get scared immediately or like get hurt. Like try to explore shit,
Yeah.
like fall out of trees.
Do you know where we are?
One time I got a thing in my ear and I thought it was a bug.
This is the way.
Thought I got a bug in my ear because I was
We're
all
almost
right. I found like a dead tree in the woods,
Around this way, wouldn't
and me and my friends were just beating it up. We were just beating the shit out of this dead tree,
I trust you.
Yeah.
and
He is a pure woodsman, I guess.
I think I was just hitting it with a stick, and like a bunch
All
of shit
woods do look
flew
alike, so
out, and
maybe-
like part of
maybe
it
this
fell
is
in my
just
ear.
Mistaken the woods.
And I was like, ah! And I thought it was like a bug. I was like, there's a bug in my ear. And it was like the
Places where
sensation of it being in my ear, but it wasn't really in my ear. I don't think. I
I
don't
know
know.
about this shit, bro.
I remember just like
I don't know about this
freaking
shit.
out and like almost like demanding that I need to be brought to the ER, and they're like, Jeff,
We've
you're
been
fine.
walking for
Like
a
my mom
minute,
was
man,
like, there's nothing in your ear. Like
This look like the same area, bro.
I couldn't help but think that there was like some kind of tick like working its way into my
Everything look the same
brain.
in my ass. This is the same. Everything look the same. If we turn around this corner,
Probably
and I
served
see
me
a
right
beer
for beating
bottle
up a tree.
and a bag, bro, we in the
But it was
same
dead,
place.
so whatever.
Where?
Going in the same damn spot.
Where's the beer bottle?
It's right down here. Look on the bottom. Jebediah's beer bottle, bro.
Oh,
The same fucking bottle again.
bro. I don't think this nigga know where he's going,
Hey,
bro.
woodsman.
Hey, I don't think your woody skills is correct, bro.
Yeah,
You're
'cause-
sending us in the wrong direction.
We keep.
Oh, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right.
Where's your map?
Huh? We ain't seen you
The
look at the
map,
map all
bro.
day, man. We just been going through the woods and it's like we keep running around the same thing. I'm trying to figure out. You had it earlier.
Man.
Wow.
We came this way for nothing.
Yeah, the
Man.
bug is still there, it's just taking over.
I thought you knew where you was going, though, bro. I mean, we
I used to
wasted
think
like
that
8
when I
hours.
was a kid that
It's supposed to be your job, man.
You're here.
when people are like, don't be careful, you might get the bug for a long ass time.
The playground
Like, I don't know, like,
area,
probably like
so
first grade.
swimming.
I legit thought a bug like had to get inside your
Can't be rid
stomach
of
for
us.
you to
There's
like get
nothing
the
but more
bug.
woods that way, bro.
Ain't nothing but woods, man.
And I pictured a bug like sitting there like
On the
pulling the
map.
levers,
The mop.
making you puke.
Man, you wanna follow a map and these motherfuckers can't even spell?
The map.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like that.
He always in the woods. Well, I figure he'll know where he's going in the woods, man. Come on. I'm trying to get this money, man.
I'll jeopardize my mic out here. I ain't got time for this shit. This shit starting to piss me off.
I'm saying, man.
This, man, look. So which way should we go?
From the looks of it, We gotta go this way.
We just came from this way, bro. We just came from this way.
Let's just see. He claimed he know what he doing, so let's just see. Man, you sure you know where you're going, bro?
There's a map right here. Tell us everything we need to know.
All right, man.
Man,
Running in circles.
I swear, we is running in circles.
This is it.
Bro, this ain't it, man.
This is not it, bro.
Can we keep moving? We gotta get out of here, man.
This is it.
It's getting dark.
Watch your step. Watch your step, brother.
How many times he gonna say watch your step?
I don't know, man.
Watch your
Been
step.
through this shit already. God damn.
Just gotta keep following, man. What else we gonna do?
Shit.
Yeah, this look familiar too, bro.
Think we're almost there? Think so?
Yep. Think we almost there.
I hope so. I hope so. I don't know how much more of this shit I can put up with, man.
This guy's angles are so funny.
Sorry, this kind of looks like.
I don't remember seeing this.
What you mean, bro?
I can't put up with this anymore. It's like, it's been 10 minutes.
You're tripping, bro. Bro's tripping, man.
Well, the map say
You can put that map down,
we're getting close. Right about
I thought we was close a long time ago, man.
Make a right. They talking about going through.
There ain't nothing but other woods around that shit. The only way we could go.
Watch it. Going in.
I'm freaking out,
Let me go
man.
first. Let me go first, man. I don't think you know where you're going. Let me go ahead of you, cuz. I'll go.
You can like see the car in the distance.
I trust him, man. You know where he going.
Dude's just like walking into
Oh,
trees.
Hey, this is like
Yep.
the same fucking area,
It
man.
is, bro. Yeah.
Hurry.
Hurry up.
I don't know what the hell we're rushing for to go around the same
It's the
circle.
same shit. That bad about it, man.
Get out here.
This can't be a bottle over here. Can't be a bottle, and it can't be a beer bag.
Oh my
Or a
god, it's the
bag and a
same
beer
shit.
bottle. It just can't be. It just can't be. Huh?
Bag.
Huh?
Now go to the bottom.
Man. Man.
Let's just talk.
Man. What the fuck? Bro. Dude, do you got any idea where the fuck we are, bro? Dog.
Yeah.
Do you know where we are, bro?
I know exactly where we are.
Where are we then, bro?
We are here. On the map.
Where on the map?
Where? Man, you don't know where the fuck we at, man. This is some bullshit. Man, you got me, man.
Hey, let me see the camera.
Man.
And you
Man. This shit pissing me off, bro. This shit really fucking pissing me off.
yeah. Just calm down. You know, you being upset ain't gonna help the
What you
situation.
mean, calm down? The fuck, man? Let's go, bro. It's getting dark, man. Man, this your buddy, bro. Talk to this nigga, man. Let's
Come on,
go.
bro. Can we get on? You know, time is money, and we ain't got no money, so ran out of time a long time ago. Let's go.
God, man, bro, we gotta get out of here, bro. It's getting dark.
It is getting dark.
They said when it started getting
The
dark,
fragrance.
it's prowling. We
That
gotta
like
go.
leaves in
Take
his
the
hood.
But this is not like any other fragrance.
Don't worry about that though, man. Come on. That fragrance gonna get us all killed.
Yeah, it is, bro. I think we should get up out of here.
Oh shit. What the fuck is that?
I don't know what to say.
Shit. Let me do this shit. Let me take the trail. Y'all follow me. I don't think you know where you going.
I got faith in my man, man. I know he know where we going, man.
He don't fucking know, man. Let's go. This shit's not working, bro. This shit's not working. You fucking us up. Y'all follow me. I think I know where to go. Been through this too many times. I'm not gonna fail again. Left the markers around this bitch. There's gotta be an exit through here somewhere. It's gotta be.
They just
Gotta
keep
be another
walking
way to
back
get
and
through this
forth
shit,
between
man.
like the
Just
same,
follow me. We'll get through this shit.
the same like few trees.
Just follow me, man, because I'm tired of seeing the same shit over and fucking over. I'm tired of it. There's got to be a way through this forest and to get the fuck back out of here. I'm tired of this going through the same trails and ended up in the same place. Shit.
I think we should just let the bushman keep leading us, man.
No, he know where
No,
he going.
fuck that.
He know where he going.
Fuck that. Y'all gonna follow my
You know
goddamn
where
lead
he
now, man.
going.
I ain't no motherfucking woodsman. At least not in the woods. But this shit, I still can navigate through this motherfucker.
I guess so, bro.
I was made for
Shit.
this.
You say so. I trust the
I
bushman,
was
so
made for
I think
this.
we should just step following the woods.
This shit, wait, oh shit. This can't be, man.
Yeah, it is.
This cannot be.
Yeah, it is.
This is like the same
Yeah,
place.
it is. The same spot.
This look like the same.
Following your lead, huh?
Man, look, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I'm steady coming in the same spot back and forth with you, and we getting lost. This can't be the place though,
This
bro.
is what you hired me for, right? This is what you wanted me
I'll
to
take the
come
camera,
for,
bro.
right?
You trip.
Man,
So turn back around.
this is the fucking same spot. We over here, over and fucking over, man. You don't see the fucking bottle in the bag and shit?
But this is what you called me here for. This is what you called me here
Leading
for.
us in the same fucking spot.
I'm the huntsman. I know these neck of the woods. Do you know where you are? Do you know where you are? Do you know where you are?
Hey, look,
look,
that arguing.
I know where I'm
Listen, guys. Listen, the arguing is not gonna help us get any closer to the money, and we don't get it together, we're gonna be stuck out here all night. It's getting late. Okay? Just calm down.
I gotta get the fuck from about this shit, man.
I didn't want to be
man.
here.
Look.
You brought me here.
Look,
You brought me here.
let's
This
just
motherfucker,
I was good on my own.
look. You guys is doing what they want us to do.
This is
You're
what
doing.
he want us to do.
Look and
This is
listen.
what
to
they
me.
want
You're
us to
doing
do.
what he wants you to do. There are symptoms about this thing. I didn't get a chance to tell you. It's symptoms about it. Everybody get aggravated. They get upset.
Oh, he said
and the next thing you
Simpsons.
know,
Being upset, I'm mad.
you don't
I'm
want to
getting
get
mad.
ducked off. I'm trying to help you out. Listen to me.
I'm gonna get ducked off.
And I'm tired of seeing this shit over and fucking over. The map ain't working shit. His navigation ain't fucking working right. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Listen. Let's just keep moving
Come on,
and get
fucking
going.
hurry, man. It's
Okay.
getting late, bro. It's getting late. What the fuck we gonna do? Just sit here all night? We got to stay there and shit?
We might end up doing it if we don't get a move on. Okay?
Man, look. So what, you want to follow his ass?
Let's just follow the woodsman, man. I think he know what he doing, and we're gonna get there.
Follow the fucking wood.
I'm telling you,
Follow the fucking
if we
woods.
follow the woodsman, we'll get there.
Let's go. Let's go. Follow the woodsman. Let's fucking go. Let's just go.
Let's go, man.
Better not confirm
Follow
this
the
shit
woodsman.
Again. I know that shit. If I see this shit again, I'm fucking snapping. Let's go.
Okay.
Pissing me off, man. You with this fucking camera and shit.
You taking things the wrong way, bro. It's about the money, man. I know you upset, but we about to get this bread.
I'm to the point where
About
I'm
to
like,
get
fuck
this
the
bread.
money, man. I want to get the fuck home.
Well, I'm gonna say millions, and millions. You can't say fuck millions, bro.
I can say it. Fuck millions. I'm ready to get the fuck home. I'm tired
Yeah,
of this
you
shit.
can say it, but it ain't here in your face. You
Millions.
wouldn't say it to his
Fuck
face.
your ass. Where your face?
As soon
Where
as
your
we,
face?
soon
Where
as
your
we
face,
finish
baby?
the
Where your
film,
face?
bro, you can say it to the millions, okay?
You wouldn't say it
Follow
to
the
his
woodsman,
face.
bro.
What? The fucking money?
I know, man. Let's just do the best we can.
Big sticks over here.
Oh, man.
You wouldn't say it to his face.
What's going on?
Oh, wait,
What's
wait,
wrong?
wait,
What's
wait.
wrong, man? What's wrong? What's wrong?
This ain't the same tree we walked past 5, 6 times.
No, I don't think so. It couldn't be right, Woodsman.
What's the hold up?
This ain't the same tree, right? This shit
look
right
like
in the
it's
same fucking area with a bag and a bottle. I'm not gonna do this shit again, bro. I'm not gonna do this shit fucking again.
What do you want me to do?
I'm
We out
gonna
of
get
map.
the fuck out of here. That shit ain't working, man. You know what?
Oh,
See, this is the reason why I don't do shit for people. This is the reason why. I don't like this shit, man. Motherfuckers don't appreciate anything you do for them.
Look.
You called me. I didn't call you.
I think you I think
I'm fucking through, man. I'm tired. I'm
look,
out.
if you just calm, if everybody calm down,
I'm out.
if
I'm
everybody
out.
could just calm down. Look, hey, yo, what is going on? Yo, chill, bro. Chill, bro.
Is that just the end?
Look at these two motherfuckers. Sitting up here doing all that damn arguing, wasn't helping nothing. Now we stuck out here in the dark. We gotta wait for this dude to try to build us a tent. Y'all gotta put y'all heads together and build that motherfucker.
They're gonna build a tent with a
I
tripod.
mean, yeah.
You call this shit a tent?
Oh
You
shit.
damn right, this a tent.
Hold up. I ain't know that's what he had. What the fuck?
Motherfucking sheet in a goddamn tripod?
Don't
Bro.
be come talking about my equipment, man. I'm tired of his ass. That's the thing.
Look.
Fuck this, we gonna sleep in this shit.
I don't know. I ain't know that's what he had, man. You know, we can't
You know
look.
what? You take one side, I take one side.
Hey, yo, man.
That's just the end of it. It's so fucking good. The local police department released a shortened version of the police would put this out. The local police department released a shortened version of the footage we found at Portuguese Park. The footage you just saw was from the first SD card. The second card has also been found, but is currently being processed for possible evidence and leads to what may have happened to the people in the video. All right, I'm gonna give you guys the link to this. That was a good little video. I'm invested. It's from 2020. They have one comment. It's them. It's their own. This is awesome. I can't wait for the second part. Leave them a comment. Yo, this is sick. It got 13 dislikes. Yo, who the fuck is disliking this? Honestly, what else have they done? There's just a video that says guys got into a fight in Portuguese Park.
If everybody calm down, if everybody can just calm down. Look, hey, yo, what is going on? Look at Joe.
That's a whole fucking video. That's funny. There's other comments on it. Oh, there's 3. What the fuck? Is someone like trolling them? This is what I mean. It's like someone like taking it way too, like, yo, they're not even in the woods, just a couple trees in a park, walking around scared of their own shadows. You can clearly see they ain't lost. And arguing, you can see a building in the background. It's like, yeah, good job, Sherlock. What are you fucking going down to work at Quantico? Like, are you fucking insane? Jesus Christ. Can't people have fun? Can people have fun with things, man? Whatever, it's YouTube. What do you expect? What do you expect? I think it's funny if they watch the whole thing and then that's like what they left. It's like kind of funny. Whatever. Who cares? I don't give a shit. Still funny. Pretty good. I like that. I enjoyed that. It's a new Connor O'Malley video.
This world is bullshit.
Put Arizona iced tea in the fucking paper bag.
The Irish used to run this town. We tried it the yuppie way, but that's no more.
The Irish used to
No
run
more
this
touch
town.
screens. No more Golden Globes. Just the Irish mob. I'm talking about a bunch of guys standing around a warehouse smoking Camel Wides and wearing leather jackets. I'm talking about guys who are loyal, strong, fast, eat fast, got DUIs, don't drink water, hit their kids, and only drive vans. I'm talking about guys that know the power of music.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Yeah, yeah.
Talking about running numbers. I'm talking about hanging out in a bar with a bunch of like 50 dogs. And everybody's petting the dogs, and everybody's drinking beer out of little tiny glasses. Big Peppy Daddy.
Pet the
walking
dogs.
around. We gotta go back. Talking back when Irish were big.
We're restarting the Irish mob.
Irish mob.
Yeah, we're gonna restart it. I'm restarting the Irish mob. Yeah, you want to be in it? Well, it's all guys, all guys.
I'm only half Irish.
All guys.
That's all right. Hey, De Niro's half Irish, right? So yeah, we'll hit you up. What's your name? Turtle.
Turtle?
We're restarting the Irish mob. You want to join?
What is this convention he's at?
Oh,
Where is that?
I give up every computer to bring the mob back. I hate this shit.
I hate
The
this
Father,
shit.
the Son, and the Irish mob.
So fucking dope. Hell yeah.
Move over, Ed Sheeran. There's a new Irishman.
That's pretty good. I like how it just has nothing to do with anything too. It's just like it's a good like palate cleanser kind of. We need more of that. Just about nothing. Indeed. Hmm. Well, got a new Dr. Bob, it looks like. What is this from? It's vertical. SCP-002? It's like a vertical video, though. Vertical animation? Dude, imagine if you could have a couch inside your ball. It'd be pretty good when you go camping. That's the whole thing. I thought it was like 8 minutes long. I think I just misunderstood what that was. I thought it was a longer video.
He shoots, he scores, what a star! Watch out, Spike. I'm driving for a layoff.
It's called a layup, Prime, and watch out for tracks.
Little did he know that Optimus Prime would go on to lay off all the employees of Ford Motors in 1999. I like just like random Transformers shorts like that are just like completely fucking insane things that they're doing. Just like usually the Decepticons, like at that time they like helped like clean up a park or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, they got like all drunk. Speaking of vertical videos. God, what's his name perfectly is lined up with the fucking vertical video. I didn't even plan that. It's like perfectly lined up, maybe off by like a little bit. Who is shaking the cradle?
I what? 谁呀？我
I didn't see it. Oh, the couch kind of moved, or the thing moved.
哎呦我操你妈呀！谁呀？我操！我操！我操你妈！
What? What is that yellow thing on the floor? Is it like a book? What? Oh, the fucking shoes move. The toy car chased me. Did he kick it? The door that led you to the urn. Huh?
哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！我操！谁呀？操他妈！谁呀？谁？
I don't really see anything at all.
哎呦我操！
Door opened? Oh, yeah, you're right.
哎呦我操！
Need the red circle.
有人吗？有人吗？哎，来，快！有人吗？哎，回来！啥玩意儿啊？啥玩意儿啊？我操你妈！那里边关上了，有人那个肯定有人。啊
The heck?
操！哎！操！哎！有人没？这柜台到底多少是？空柜的应该是。哎呦我操我！
What is it?
哎呦我！
Flash across ghost.
我操！你二逼呀你！
Yeah, what the fuck?
我操！
Did someone just throw a rock through that?
你二逼呀你！
You are a fool.
你过来，你看鸡巴呢？
Mirror, what are you doing?
哎，我操！哎我
What the
我
fuck?
操！我操你妈！我操！我操！
You just get like wrapped up in a fucking cloth? What? Yo, that's sick. See, I love that. That's fucking cool. Every now and then they have a few that are like really cool like that. I really love the ones that have lit, like stuff that's lit on fire. The drum is probably one of the best ones to this date. The chairs moving a couple videos ago. That was good. Like a fucking QTE. I don't know which video the drum is in. It was like one of the first ones we watched though. It was probably a few months old, at least. Dude, someone hit the QT. I have no idea where the drum one is, so I can't. Was this his own reflection? What is that? Like the toilet? They don't do a lot when they're outdoors. Even though the name of the channel is Xiaolong Outdoor. Oh yeah, there's like people moving. Something. Doing. Just peeping at my Meng Meng. Okay. How many of you have seen this cigarette? Stone Forest. Huh. It's interesting that it's in English. I wonder how common that is. I think I've heard that that is kind of common once or twice. Yeah, I know Japan does. I wonder if China would have a little bit too. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Old brand cigarettes. The fuck is it? Oh, lady at the window? Got a light? You got a light, sugar? Let me get one of those stone forests. Xiaolong. it looks like the fucking chair from Pee-wee's Playhouse too. It looks like Cherry kind of moving around. Anything where they're looking through a window is so sus because it's like weird reflections in it. I can never tell what the hell's going on. The spoon just moved. Please, psychic spoon again.
不用，谦谦是你吗？
Spoon fairy.
啊，谦谦。是你，你现过身。啊！我操！
It looks like a little automaton.
谦谦，哎，你是男人，你是啊！谦是男是女？别动！谁你跑？你跑！你是男是女？谦谦。女，我操！你在哪个方位？哎呀！我操！这在你后边，老大，在你后边。我操，就在老戴后边。我操！在老戴的。别动！别慌！我知道你没有恶意啊，我知道你没有恶意。在你后边，在你后边。天，你今年多大
How old are you this year?
你今年多大？别过来！走了！别过来！这是几？19啊，19 79
1979.
79
Smashing Pumpkin song starts playing.
你
It's Billy Corgan. Yeah, that was pretty good. I wish they do more, like, just like highlight videos. They don't do as many. But don't do as many of them. All right. I saw a video earlier today I thought was pretty cool. A show I'm sure most of us are familiar with. They kind of had some like good spooky episodes. It was like a here we go. Hey,
Growing
Arnold.
up, my favorite episodes of my favorite cartoons were often the ones that took a dark turn or involved creepy folklore. Although they kept me up at night from time to time, they enthralled me in a way the regular episodes didn't. Hey Arnold's urban legend episodes were no different. There are songs and sequences I can't scrub from my mind even 20
Arnold
years
always
later.
had like really
and I
cool,
think that's a testament to the storytelling
things.
abilities of the creator,
even in
Craig
the videos
Bartlett,
or the
and his
episodes
team.
that weren't
Assuming
supposed to
this
be spooky.
video is posted on October 7th, it's the 25th anniversary of when Hey Arnold first aired in 1996. So I thought this would be a perfect time to revisit the show once again and dive into what made these particular episodes so special. I think the spookier episodes of Hey Arnold loosely fit into 3 categories. There are those that only start out as urban legends, some purely for the fun and adventure of potentially encountering ghosts, and others that focus on giving us a peek through the lens of children's understanding of the world.
That was
the way they
fucked
often
up.
amplify situations in their minds to be a lot scarier or more threatening than they actually are.
Yeah, I do
Though
remember
these
that
story
now that you
beats
mention
vary,
that.
I think the last category is the common underlying thread between all of them, distilling how kids feel about their experiences and circumstances. As I touched on in my original Hey Arnold video, Craig Bartlett's goal with the series was to show kids perspectives, the helplessness, the uncertainty, the youthful curiosity yet to be impeded by overwhelming fear.
Hey Arnold had episodes that were like not, they were like too boring or something for me, but they had some really, really good ones. And obviously like Arnold's house was sick.
Even through ghost stories or exaggerated myths. Take the last category I mentioned, where the stories explore kid experiences through their unique understanding of the world. One of the most memorable examples of these was the episode Monkey Business.
Yeah, some of the characters were a little too real.
A mere scratch or touch from a monkey would cause the victim to contract the dreaded disease.
A creepy monkey salivates on Helga.
Would cause the victim to contract.
I forgot that this was from Hey Arnold for so long. I don't know, something about that is really funny.
The dreaded disease.
A creepy monkey salivates on Helga and she becomes convinced she has monkey nucleosis. A made-up terminal illness wherein you develop the physical traits of a monkey. Helga starts to believe she's developing symptoms of the disease, basically experiencing the 90s equivalent of stressing out over a WebMD diagnosis.
The animation's great too.
This episode freaked me out more than it should have.
Great show.
Not that I was scared of turning into a monkey or anything, but the visuals and concept of it was eerie. There's even a direct reference to the 1980 film The Elephant Man, where a disfigured man is shunned by society.
I am not an animal. I am a human being.
Not an animal. I'm a girl.
Ultimately, this whole ordeal felt like Helga's subconscious effort to finally reveal her feelings to Arnold. Something she felt she couldn't do unless she was literally on her deathbed.
It does make you think. What would you do if you thought you only had a few days to live?
Oh, when will I find the strength to express my strained but nearly uncontrollable affections for you? Hopefully not today or tomorrow, because it would be embarrassing and humiliating.
Helga's catastrophizing about this monkey encounter runs parallel to her catastrophic assumptions about what would happen if she were to admit her feelings to Arnold. In the end, of course, after her lukewarm admission that Arnold isn't so bad, the world didn't come crashing down around her. But oftentimes as kids,
there's one episode that don't cover in this that I
vaguely
remember.
Worst.
Like them walking through a tunnel to go to like an island. Anyone remember that one?
Another episode with a similar theme and even creepier execution was Phoebe Cheats.
I find it deeply gratifying when my contemporaries achieve success.
Don't give me that. You always have to be the best at everything.
Phoebe, in her need to be the best in class, resorted to plagiarizing a poem by Emily Dickinson for a writing
I guess I wouldn't have thought of this one as
I
spooky
hear
either,
ringing,
but I guess it kind
like
of
a
is.
bell, ringing, ringing in my heart.
Consequently, she won the contest prize, an Emily Dickinson trophy.
The fucking
this wasn't
statue,
a real
I remember.
Emily Dickinson poem, by the way, and I'm glad it wasn't because it kind of sucked. Helga, on the other hand, had bars.
All the days of my week, I write the name I dare not speak. The boy with the cornflower hair, my beloved, in my despair.
So Phoebe takes the trophy home, but couldn't shake the truth of the tainted victory.
Yeah.
The trophy came alive in her nightmares.
They go in a
and taunted
cave on
her.
an island. That sounds familiar.
If it
Maybe it was that one.
Little Miss Smarty Pants. You're an inanimate object. You can't talk. And you can't write poetry.
This soulless statuette of Emily Dickinson shouldn't have been as terrifying as it was, but the voice actress did a phenomenal job of making your skin crawl.
Cheater, cheater. Cheater.
And if you knew the details of Emily's life, it may have exacerbated the fear. She lived much of her life in isolation, and according to good old Wikipedia, she was considered an eccentric by locals, took to only wearing white, and eventually hardly even left her bedroom. If you're older and have a nuanced understanding of people, you'd conclude she likely had agoraphobia and leave it at that. But the imaginations of children tend to run wild, so the description of a young recluse who only wears white and stays in her room all day is ripe for spooky stories. And this trophy didn't do that narrative any favors. But obviously, the problem isn't the trophy at all, but Phoebe projecting her good conscience onto a source of guilt.
I know I didn't earn you. makes me sick when I look at you. I hate you, you scary little statue.
All in all, it's a pretty straightforward story about integrity and letting go of the need to be the best. I still hate this trophy though. An overarching theme I've discussed in Hey Arnold is adults making mistakes, and the ways children respond to adults' flaws. The episode Arnold's Halloween, seemingly the only episode that overtly references Halloween, is another example of this.
Hey, Grandpa, can Gerald and I help out this year?
Oh, no, Arnold. Halloween is a serious business, and it's not for kids.
Grandpa and the Borders exclude the kids from Halloween festivities. In retaliation, Arnold and Gerald decide to play a prank and do a fake radio broadcast of an alien invasion in order to scare the adults.
I'm at the scenes where a small crowd has gathered around a scorched area where a saucer-like craft has landed.
If this premise sounds familiar, it's because it's a direct homage to Orson Welles' famous radio adaptation of War of the Worlds in 1938.
We now know that this Earth is watched closely by intelligences greater than man's.
We know now that in the early years of the 20th century, this world was being watched closely by intelligences greater than man's.
What's that? There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror and it leaps right at the advancing men. It strikes them head on. Oh, Lord, they're turning into flames. Now the whole field's caught up by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks of the automobiles spreading everywhere.
I've never actually listened to it, I don't think, before. It's pretty sick.
Welles performed the contents of the science fiction novel as though it were a news bulletin, and the broadcast reportedly spread fear and confusion amongst many of those who tuned in without listening to the introduction's disclaimer.
Oh yeah, I love that episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a
really
grave announcement to make. Incredible as it may seem, both the observations of science and the evidence of our eyes lead to the inescapable assumption that those strange beings who landed in the Jersey farmlands tonight are the vanguard of an invading
I remember because of the one.
Mars.
Thousands
There's one
of
joke
people,
in it that's
possibly
hilarious.
over a million,
like,
genuinely believed that an alien
Lisa has to move
invasion
into
was
one of the
underway.
bunks.
And Welles had to
and they're
publicly
like, Company
apologize
L,
the next
you got
day
or
on
Company
Halloween.
G, you got to
The
move in
extent
with
of
Company
the panic
L.
has been mostly
They're
exaggerated
like, Company
over
L,
the
but
years,
they
but
smell.
the story of the incident lives on.
I'll never
Bartlett
forget
is a
that.
major fan of Welles' work, as well as B-movies and science fiction. So although this episode isn't exactly scary, it's ripe with references that make it intriguing for sci-fi fans. Like the nod to the X-Files in the beginning.
Yeah, I can't believe that was 1938 and Orson did that.
Or the reference to
And he was also in
Telosians
a
from Star Trek.
Transformers movie.
Maurice LaMarche, who voices Bob Pataki, also voiced Douglas Kane, a modern interpretation of Welles.
As your host and reporter and writer and producer, I will be your guide on your quest to make contact on
Whose voice is that?
UFO Tonight.
LaMarche has voiced Orson Welles in several productions.
Hello, I'm
Oh, it is
Orson
him.
Welles, director of Citizen Kane.
And even uses the voice for Brain from Pinky and the Brain. Similar to the real Orson Welles, Arnold and Gerald didn't intend to incite mass hysteria.
Dad!
What?
What do you think of my costume?
It's fine.
Are they still around?
I haven't seen it yet.
Helga,
I haven't heard
in
that
an
voice in a
attempt to
while.
finally get her neglectful father's
voice
attention,
actor.
dressed as an alien along with the rest of the kids' crew. Their
Yeah, it
permanently
does sound
adhered
like Tiff.
costumes, in combination with Douglas Kane's reporting and Arnold's broadcast, sparked panic in the neighborhood's adults, including Bob Pataki, who fully believes in aliens.
Of course I believe it. I had a close encounter myself once.
Oh, Bob, please don't start.
What's sad
That's
is
so
that if
funny.
Bob
Of course he would
bothered
be
to
a
pay
fucking
attention to
Bigfoot
his daughter
enthusiast and
earlier,
stuff.
he'd have known it was Helga in her
That
costume.
guy, I love that.
Just want you to look at the costume I'm wearing.
There, I see it.
Another touching father-daughter moment.
So Helga's crappy parents are somewhat of the understated conflict here. Grandpa, on the other hand, couldn't have been prouder of the commotion Arnold caused.
You terrified the entire city and nearly caused the end of the world? Oh, I'm proud of you, boy.
Oh, he does do
Like
Kiff.
I said, it wasn't really
okay,
a
well,
scary
that explains
episode,
it.
but that's what this next category is for. I've mentioned before that Hey Arnold's setting lent itself to the sense of freedom of the kids, and what many kids growing up wished they could experience.
What kind of cartoon would a kid want to watch? How about that they all meet, they climb out of their fire escapes and they all meet on the street at night and they go have adventures unsupervised and adults don't even know what they're doing, which isn't true. Like, real life isn't like that, but it's aspirational.
Don't get me wrong, I didn't yearn to hang out in a cemetery at night, but
Yeah,
the
it'd be
idea
like
of these
the
stories
Kids
seemed fun.
movie.
The kids explored their urban surroundings quite
Just not
often
like
in the
Hey Arnold.
series, but in these genuinely creepy episodes, the characters set the tone with dramatic ghost stories.
40 years ago, old Engine 25 was heading for the station.
My favorite of these episodes is probably the haunted train. As we saw in the Halloween episode, Arnold's grandpa revels in scaring people. He does it in Four-Eyed Jack too, which I'll only briefly mention since it's not a favorite of mine. My favorite aspect of that episode is probably the boarders.
This chicken look good. Hey, that's my lunch.
Give him the halibut. It's going bad anyway.
Meanwhile, in the haunted train, to ease the kids' boredom and seemingly his own, Grandpa recounts the story of a train haunted by the ghost of a mad engineer.
I'd sure hate to be at the old train station tonight.
Fucking Harold. The grandpa's design is always like, God damn it.
Next to the tire shop there.
And all according to Grandpa's plan, Arnold, Gerald, and Helga set out at night to prove whether the legend holds true.
Ernie.
You pulled us on. We're the victims of forces we can't possibly comprehend.
In the midst of a reality that's been dramatized for a ghost story, and with a sprinkle of confirmation bias, the kids genuinely come to believe their imminent doom. There's a pattern of these episodes making use of conveniently timed coincidences. Of course, in the end, it's all just an innocent misunderstanding. Or is it? Another common thread in these episodes is that the legends remain vaguely real at the end.
Well, at least you weren't bored, were you?
There is no haunted train.
Well, now I didn't say that.
I'll never forget the scarred face of the train engineer as he sang his spooky song.
The ghost of a crazy engineer with fires in their eyes.
In that vein, another episode that comes to mind is The Headless Cabbie, released the day before Halloween in 1999. It opens with the boys telling scary stories.
1999, hell of a year.
The monkey's head and sewed it on the cat's body and invented Monkey Cat.
Monkey Cat.
Monkey Cat.
What's so scary about that?
Side note, Stinky's story seems lame, but it's in reference to a legitimately disturbing deleted scene from the 1986 film The Fly, again speaking to Bartlett's fascination with sci-fi. Still, after Stinky's story falls flat, Arnold recounts a story that his grandpa told him.
And the next thing you'll see, coming at you out of the fog, will be the haunted carriage, driven by the Headless Cabbie!
The Headless Cabbie himself is a reference to the Headless Horseman, a mythical figure whose story has been floating around since at least the Middle Ages. Hey Arnold gives the tale a twist with an unnerving origin story, a woman riding in the carriage who progressively becomes more and more demonic as the story progresses, and who apparently decapitates her chauffeurs.
Why?
She's quite possibly the Hey Arnold character I was most afraid of as a child. Perhaps because she started out as ordinary and unthreatening and gradually morphed into something else altogether. It leaned into that fear of not knowing what lurks beneath a person's surface. This convoluted story has a lot of factors I still don't quite understand. Who is this woman and why is she doing this? Why is there a Scottish Terrier and a random dude with a hook for an arm? In any case, the boys head out into the night and happen to have repeated run-ins with alarming coincidences along the way.
It sounds like a horse, just like in the story.
It's the Headless Cabbie! Eugene!
Fucking Eugene.
Hi, guys!
In the end, the kids encounter Ernie and Mr. Wynn instead of the Headless Cabbie. But as Ernie rides off, he's hailed by a mysterious woman who offers him a scarf.
Oh, thanks, lady. It is pretty cold out tonight.
Thanks, lady.
Given these endings, I think even though Bartlett and the crew ultimately wanted to alleviate the fears of their young audience by explaining away the ghost stories, they still wanted to preserve an element of mystery and possibility. The Ghost Bride in particular was especially dark. This time, in classic fashion, Gerald tells the tale.
Her sister and her husband were asleep in their bed. They never saw the terrible event coming.
A story about romantic betrayal and gruesome murder-suicide doesn't seem like the kind of thing you'd be allowed to hear about in a kids' show, but they somehow managed to get away with it. And so the kids spent their evening in the cemetery, being chased around by the fake ghost brides, Helga and Curly.
Instead of
the
Ernie?
episode Wheeze and Ed, on the other
funny.
hand, featured hilarious, unforeseen
They
antagonists.
just cut his head off.
Ed got his name from the wheezing noise he
Okay, this is the one I was talking about. There it is.
run your neck.
I
The
love
kids
this
set
one.
off to Elk Island and traverse its numerous tunnels. In their quest to find Wheeze and Ed's long-lost treasure, they find penny counterfeiters instead.
Hey, you punks! What do you think you're doing?
This is another of my favorite of these episodes, as it fully embraces the sense of exploration and adventure that makes these stories so enjoyable. In the last category of episodes, Arnold actually meets the subjects of local urban legends. Pigeon Man, Stoop Kid, Monkey Man were initially introduced to these characters
I didn't like
through
Sid.
the
He was like a
kids'
little fucking
superstitious
bastard,
interpretations of them.
Others say that he was dropped there from the sky by alien. And still others
He was like a dick all the
He
time.
was from a seed lodged between the cracks of the sidewalk.
A user named Kat left a comment on my original Hey Arnold video mentioning that Gerald's storytelling skills are reminiscent of a griot, a West African storyteller whose role was to entertain the village with stories and educate them with myths.
He became so protective of his student that who so much as
Didn't realize Stoop Kid's like the third episode.
I think this further denotes how children view the real subject of these stories as purely mythological or otherwise impossible to understand on a personal basis, like the ghost stories they told in other episodes. Most of us can recall exaggerated stories
Pigeon Man
about
is like a fucking Wes Anderson
or a supposed
fucking
monster
film.
that lurked in the sewers. For me, it was a mythical hag lady who lived in the woods behind my elementary school. The unease upheld by these stories was largely interchangeable, whether they were about real or imagined people. Kids and adults alike often spread fear-mongering explanations of people they simply don't understand or care to understand. Yet due to Arnold's emotional maturity, he doesn't perceive these differences as barriers to connection or compassion. On that note, one of the creepier episodes that seemed somewhat out of place in the series was the Sewer King. For whatever reason, the sewers seemed like a point of fascination
thinking he looked
for
like
kids
fucked
back
up
in the
Mario.
day. In this episode, Arnold and Gerald venture deep into the city's sewers in search of Arnold's grandpa's prized watch. Instead, they discover a guy who's lived underground for who knows how long, with an army of sewer rats at his command.
King of the sewers, prince of the pipes, duke of the depths, lord of all you see before you.
It's like Booger Man and Mario put together.
Royal domain, huh?
He has the watch, and in order to retrieve it, Arnold challenges him to a game of chess. As it turns out, the Sewer King sucks at chess and loses multiple times.
Yeah, it would not swing in.
8 out of 15?
Look, Sewer King, I've beaten you. Give me the watch.
After he still refused to give up the watch, Arnold and Gerald just took it and ran off. They managed to escape the Sewer King's domain after an intense chase scene, but Arnold's grandpa dropped the watch down the drain in the end, reuniting the king with his prize and revealing that he had multiple duplicates of the watch anyway.
Hey, where you going?
To take a long, hard look at my life.
For some reason, I get like major Earthbound nostalgia when I watch Hey Arnold too, because I remember I would have 2 TVs in my room because I was like a little bastard kind of growing up, and like I'd have Nickelodeon on behind me, and then I'd be playing like some Super Nintendo shit. And for some reason, like Earthbound and Hey Arnold
seem to have no redeeming qualities, unlike almost all the characters presented in Hey Arnold.
For some reason.
So in some ways, he's one of the only true villains
there's a sewer
in the
level
series.
too.
So it kind of always bugged me that he got the watch back, because the narrative mostly indicated he was an evil dude that even Arnold couldn't get through to.
Who Sewer King was, we didn't really. He wasn't that complicated a character. He was just
because me and my little brother shared a room. So it was like my parents like basically being like,
in stark contrast to the other stories where characters are humanized through Arnold's empathy.
The point is, he's one crazy psychopathic freak. But he's the crazy psychopathic
and it was
freak
like a
who
big
fixed
giant
my
shitty
pigeon.
TV too. I remember it fell on my NES and it broke through the plastic of the NES.
In general, these episodes
the NES still works,
from eerie and unpleasant
but the plastic was just all smashed because the giant TV fell on it.
Something that frequently happens when we take the time to get to know people. These episodes kind of remind me of Boo Radley from To Kill a Mockingbird, a man whose personality and demeanor is only frightening in the imaginations of the children.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Hey Arnold was based on
much like Stoop Kid and his stoop, or Pigeon Man and his roost. People never saw Boo step foot outside his house, so he was the target of cruel rumors and speculations. But as the story progressed, and as Atticus Finch predicted, he turned out not to be a monster at all. Bartlett said that Stoop Kid, the 3rd episode of Hey Arnold, became the blueprint for these types of urban legend episodes going forward. For the most part, they would follow the mold of Arnold attempting to empathize with characters who were perceived as too different by the rest of society, and who were heavily ridiculed for those differences. Also, it's not lost on me, these characters appeared to be neurodivergent in some capacity. Interestingly, in Stoop Kid, it was Arnold's fault the neighborhood kids discovered Stoop Kid's weakness and mocked him for it.
Hey, Arnold, right. He didn't leave his stoop. You know what, Gerald? I think he's afraid to leave his stoop. What's going on? Stoop Kid's afraid to leave his stoop.
And he made amends by teaching Stoop Kid about the outside world and encouraging him to venture off his stoop. Still, he didn't fundamentally change Stoop Kid's personality or anything.
I could leave the stoop, but for now I'm just gonna keep hanging out here. 'Cause I'm Stoop Kid. That's who I am.
And in Pigeon Man,
Stoop
there
Kid
was once
sounds like
again
he was
all this
voiced
creepy
by
buildup through Gerald's
Budnick
story.
from Camp Anawana. That kid with the red hair from Terminator 2. Some other stuff.
Instead, Arnold met a perfectly gentle and mild-mannered man who helped him heal his carrier pigeon. I guess my point is I really appreciate that Hey Arnold's central message about kindness is carried across even to these urban legend episodes. I think all of the show's spookier episodes reveal how scary and complicated the world can be for kids, while still maintaining that our connections with others go a long way in overcoming those fears. And if you want to watch something scary just for the fun of it, there's some of that too. It's hard to believe Hey Arnold is 25 years old already. Whichever kind of episode you choose to revisit this month, I hope you'll still feel like you did when you first watched them all those years ago.
Yeah, that's a cool video. I like that video.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. Hope
Quality
you enjoyed
culture.
revisiting Hey Arnold with me again. Let me know what you...
Here's a link to that video. She seemed pretty cool. You know what that reminds me of? Speaking of Budnick, Camp Anawana was another show that had a really cool spooky episode. About a fucking plumber. Zeke the plumber, dude. This shit was actually scary. That's pretty good. Yo, Zim the Filthy. Thank you for that 14 months, dude. Appreciate that. And again, Galactic Mermaids, thank you for that 10 months. Thank you for the subs, everybody. Appreciate it. Yeah, that guy actually was he was like the lead of Camp Anawana for only the one season, then he left to be in another show or something. Is he famous now, or was he? Don't know. Suck that toe. I don't know. Zeke the Plumber actually did scare me. It was a legit cool show, though. I liked it. Or at least I wanted to go to that camp. Here's a trailer for it.
All right, everybody gather around. A long time ago, there's a guy named Zeke.
Is that like Monkeys music in the background?
He used to clean out the toilets here at camp.
This is the guy I think was the voice of Stoop Kid. He actually looks like Stoop Kid a little bit. You might remember him from Terminator 2 and like a not so garbled up picture. But I think he's the voice of Stoop Kid. I think
He used to clean out the toilets here at camp.
that's a Are You Afraid of the Dark?
One day, Zeke's outside digging a hole.
You know, this video is fucking weird. This is not a trailer for this. Starts playing some other fucking music. Made for a school project, uses clips from Zeke the Plumber episode along with the first Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. Killer from Alice Cooper. Good job. Features instrumental music from Electric Light Orchestra, Alice Cooper, and Eyes Wide Shut soundtrack. That's what just started. It was the Eyes Wide Shut part, scary music. That's funny. Someone's fucking yearbook fucking project. All right. Change gears a little bit here. I got a fascinating horror video that just came out the other day about Centralia, which is like the inspiration for faux Silent Hill, basically. Movie Silent Hill.
On the 27th of May, 1962, a small team of
I
workers
like this channel.
were
It's a good
tasked with
channel.
cleaning up a landfill site just outside of Centralia, Pennsylvania. Just as they had done many other times before at many other landfills, they set fire to the accumulated waste, let it burn, and then doused the whole thing with water. there was only one problem. The fire didn't go out. In fact, it would never go out. Although they didn't know it at the time,
I didn't know that's why the fire started.
Had set in motion events that would end up turning a thriving town into a smoking, uninhabitable wasteland. Before 1962, life in Centralia was good. It was home to a few thousand residents and resembled much of small-town America. There were hotels, churches, and multiple schools. It was a community like any other, and was considered, generally speaking,
thinking about this hot dog I had earlier today.
To live.
It was so good.
The main business in Centralia was
barbecued
coal mining.
Spicy onions on it.
For more than 100 years, coal had been extracted from a labyrinth of tunnels beneath the town. Many of these now lay empty, but the supplies of coal were nowhere even close to running out. In fact, there was enough of the stuff still in the ground to keep Centralia prosperous for decades, if not centuries.
Should have bought 2 of them.
This all changed in 1962, when the city council decided that a landfill site inside an old strip mine on the edge of town needed to be cleaned up. This was something that was done on a fairly routine basis in Centralia.
Yeah, Silent Hill movie.
That was used was
not the game. I don't think the game has any inspiration from
burning a landfill would drive out.
But the movie literally uses like
odor,
this
and
as a
turn
plot.
Bulky garbage into nice compact ash. The volunteer fire department of Centralia had countless times before used controlled fires to clean up illegal dumping sites around the town.
When Sean Bean
this time, however,
goes to
things
investigate
didn't go to plan.
Silent Hill, the town in
Despite
the movie,
the best efforts of firefighters
police
to damp down
bring
the
him
landfill after the burn,
to the town, and then like they tell them
to go out.
the story, basically, kind of.
Over the next few days, smoke was seen rising from the landfill several times. Volunteer firefighters attended again and again to pour more water on the smoking garbage and use bulldozers to stir up the material
And I think
in the landfill.
I love the Silent Hill movie, the
Each
first
time,
one, honestly.
The smoke briefly
I fucking like
stopped
it.
rising before returning
I
again
enjoy.
a few days later. As days turned into weeks, the firefighters dug
The ghost
deeper
fire truck.
and made a terrible discovery. A mine shaft leading
That
from
picture
the
of
pit
the
into
ghost
a deep
fire
coal
truck
mine
is so
had
funny
not
to
been
me.
properly sealed up before the pit had been converted to a landfill. Now,
Pyramid
this
Head.
open shaft
That
had
lady, that
allowed
one
the
seems
fire
pretty
to
good.
spread underground and start feeding
Yeah, the
on the
second movie
vast
sucked
reserves
ass,
of coal
definitely,
still
but-
in place there. Rather than a
First
fire
one
in a
was still pretty
landfill,
good.
Centralia was now dealing with a mine fire. Mine fires are notoriously difficult to extinguish.
Mine fire.
In the average coal mine, there is an abundance of fuel, and the many corridors and shafts provide a steady supply of oxygen. Once established, fires in coal mines spread slowly but steadily, and stubbornly resist every attempt to extinguish them. Sealing every entrance to deny the fire oxygen is impossible, as there are often thousands of cavities in the rock through which oxygen can be drawn.
Yeah, a lot of the
Drowning
script
the
isn't
fire
great.
doesn't always work either, as incredible amounts of water are
I
required.
like the
if even a tiny fire remains after dousing, it will dry out the
actor
surrounding
choices
area
and stuff
begin
though.
to spread once more.
It like basically dictated
With all
modern
this in
horror in a
mind,
lot of ways.
It's not unknown
People
for
don't even
mine
realize
fires
it.
to burn for decades. In the case of Centralia, quick and decisive action might have saved the day.
Like the imagery of that
While
movie
the fire
had
was
such a
still
profound
small
effect
and
on
relatively
so many
contained,
things.
It would have been possible to dig up the entire area, exposing and extinguishing the fire, or else to dig a trench
I think
around
it
the
even
likely
fucking
location of the fire
ruined
and install
all
a fireproof
the
barrier.
preceding Silent Hill games.
But,
honestly.
unfortunately, decisive action wasn't taken.
Inadvertently.
Instead, the city council debated plans of action,
Especially because a lot of the
calculated
Western
costs and
studios
sought
are like, yeah,
approval
let's try
and
to do the
state
movie.
assistance.
And it's like so stupid.
Questions of responsibility arose.
Trying to like
was the fire the purview
appeal
of
to, like,
Centralia or
fans
the
of the movie, I
township that
guess.
surrounded it? Could the state government fund the operation? Letters were sent and appeals were made. The job of tackling the fire was tendered, bids taken, budgets trimmed.
But so many
and while all this was happening,
games
the fire continued slowly but
and
surely
movies like
to spread.
tried to do the Silent Hill thing.
With every passing day, the cost and level of disruption required to extinguish it grew. And it often grew just a few steps ahead
To the point
of the
where like
actual
a lot of
response.
modern horror games is
For
just
example,
like
one company was hired
Silent
to
Hill,
dig out the fire, but found that
like
it was
ad
spreading
nauseum
just a
over and
little
over
bit
again.
faster
Just like the
than they
same
could dig.
motif and
Another attempt was made to
ideas.
smother the fire with water and slurry, but the project ran short of funds and material before completely extinguishing the blaze. The fire survived and continued to grow. Other projects were delayed because of budgetary concerns, or put on hold while the correct permits and permissions were sought. The fire in Centralia was by no means the only mine fire burning in the state of Pennsylvania. I gotta play Evil Within again. And so the city had to fight constantly for funding, attention, and permission to take action.
Some people say they actually really liked it a lot.
Soon enough, the fire had spread to underneath the town of Centralia itself.
Or I think the second one is like the fun
went about
one.
their lives with an inferno beneath their feet.
Yeah, the first one I didn't like as much. The second one was just like
effects.
didn't take itself as seriously.
And indeed, there were even some positive ones.
Yeah, I didn't like the first Evil Within
Several
as much.
streets, thanks to the heat rising from the fire below, never needed to be cleared of snow.
The second one has like some slight
Residents
like
also
Twin Peaks
experienced
feel
warm
to
temperatures
it, but like
all
in a
year
dumb way.
round, enabling them to grow crops like
Or it's,
tomatoes
like, kind of fun.
and other fruit in the bare earth. Of course, for most people, the fire was far from good news.
Like almost like a deadly
As well as
premonition
warm
thing.
temperatures, the fire
Slightly,
vented
tiny
poisonous gases
bit.
up through the ground, some of which flowed directly into houses and places of work. Residents in these areas had to live with constant carbon monoxide alarms and routine visits from inspectors, who would test the gas levels in their homes and instruct them to leave their windows open 24 hours a day.
Jesus Christ.
These precautions weren't sufficient. It was totally routine for residents in the worst affected areas to constantly suffer the headaches, drowsiness, and confusion of carbon monoxide poisoning. Worse still, sinkholes would sometimes open up as the fire burned away coal beneath the city.
At least 5 years ago.
In 1981, a 12-year-old boy nearly died when a sinkhole 15 stories deep opened up in his backyard, venting hot steam and poisonous gases. He was saved by a tree root, which he was able to cling onto until his cousin could rescue him.
The fuck?
Residents complained and protested, but by now the fire had spread over such a vast area that a solution was starting to seem out of reach. To extinguish the fire completely, a huge tract of land would have to be excavated.
Jeez.
This would require a significant portion of the town to be demolished, and would take up to 10 years of consistent, hard, and dangerous work. When it first began, the fire might have been extinguished by an investment of a few thousand hours of work and a sum measured in thousands of dollars. Now, with it reaching under the entire town, the cost of extinguishing it exceeded the real estate value of Centralia itself. And so, years after the fire began, a new solution was proposed.
Yeah, what if they just use like a bunker bomb?
Abandoned.
Missile on it.
The US government bought out the vast majority of the remaining residents. The population dwindled as families fled. The town that had been home to more than 1,000 people in 1960 was home to just 16 by the year 2010. Centralia now barely exists. Its postcode is no longer recognized by the United States Postal Service. The vast majority of houses and other buildings have been demolished. The fire still burns beneath the ground, venting smoke through cracks in the road and melting the snow as it settles each winter. A final few residents still live in the boundaries of the town, but they have been forbidden from passing on their property when they die. One day soon, Centralia will be nothing more than a memory. Long after it has been erased from existence, however, the fire which destroyed it, the fire begun by a single careless burn in a landfill on the edge of town, will still be blazing beneath the earth.
I can't believe that that's what started it. That's so fucked. A garbage fire? Are you fucking kidding me? It pissed me off. Bow, bow, bow. I thought it was like something with the fucking mining that like started the fire, but even worse. It wasn't even. It was some fucking random fire. It was stupid. Well, that was most of the spooky stuff I wanted to watch for tonight. Check out a few more things. Let's boom, boom, boom. No, 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 no. What do we got here? I feel like watching. Oh, Danger Locker. You did a thing for a video. What video was it? I didn't even see that. I might not watch it, but check it out sometime. There's some new BuzzFeed Unsolved. I haven't watched any of those yet. Yeah, I like Nexpo. Just some of their videos are so long. I haven't really watched as many on stream. Here, I got one we can watch. Another channel has been covering these videos, but
Squilliam Fancy Son! Squilliam Fancy Son! Squilliam Fancy Son!
Squilliam Fancy Son III is Squidward's rival from high school.
SpongeBob conspiracies.
So, I just took my private yacht across my private lake to my private heliport.
He's more wealthy, popular, and talented than Squidward, and he always rubs it in his face.
That's right.
The guy who made these videos is really good.
Squidward. Oh,
Alex
just
Fail.
succeeding in everything you failed in.
But I intend to prove that he's a fraud, using his wealth to make himself seem more popular and talented than
But he like screwed
is.
himself. He like cursed himself by like making these SpongeBob videos, and they're like a million times more popular than his other videos. So he's trying to make like an ARG out of it now. Pretty
Even
good.
going back now and rewatching the old ones, it still holds up. You might think it's just a kid's show, there's no continuity, there's nothing worth theorizing about, but the show constantly brings back characters and references to previous episodes.
It's definitely becoming an ARG, or it always was.
And find some very interesting stories.
This guy makes a lot of
today,
ARGs.
I'm going to prove that Squilliam
things.
Fancy Son III is a manipulative fraud. Evidence number 1, the pet hospital. We first meet Squilliam in Season 2, Episode 15, Band Geeks. The episode opens
And
with
also,
Squidward
disclaimer, I have never really gotten into SpongeBob. Like, it's not... I've taken in SpongeBob through osmosis, basically. Like a sponge through you, the younger folk.
Clarinet.
I've only watched a few episodes ever. I don't know. I'm not against it. I think a lot of it is funny, but I never... Like I was saying, like, you know, me sitting there watching the fucking... like the stupid Nickelodeon shows playing Super Nintendo, like SpongeBob just wasn't on then, so.
Knock on the door.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street, and I understand you have a dying animal on the premises.
Immediately after, Squidward gets a call from Squilliam.
Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent. Please start after
Not till like the 2000s. Like I was not watching a lot of Nickelodeon at that point.
Hey, old chum.
I believe that not only was Squilliam spying on Squidward to know when he was playing his clarinet, but he also hired the doctor to come and embarrass Squidward.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street. Pet hospital.
And I never really gave it a chance when I saw
We've never
it.
seen a pet hospital.
To be fair, I was like kind of like
We've only ever
you know,
seen just the regular Bikini Bottom hospital.
like,
We've
nah,
seen
that
this purple
shit's for
doctor face before,
babies.
but once
I
again,
like
he's
Doug.
never worked at a pet hospital.
Doug is
We've
for
only ever
fucking-
seen him at the regular general hospital.
the real Nickelodeon
Well, Mr.
people.
SquarePants, it seems you have the suds. Are you ready for your treatment?
I
Then there's this greenfish behind him, and we've only ever seen him as one of the many identical paramedics that work at the Bikini Bottom Hospital. We even see him at the end of the episode to take Squilliam away after fainting. So it is very likely that Squilliam hired these two and told them to pretend like they're from a pet hospital just to humiliate Squidward. But this is just the start of Squilliam's elaborate lies. Evidence number 2, the bubble hole. In the same episode, Squilliam also says,
I'm the leader of a big fancy band now, and we're supposed to play the Bubble Bowl next week. The problem is, I'm busy next week and can't make it, so I was hoping you and your band could cover for us.
But we've never seen Squilliam's band before, and despite claiming he's too busy to make it to the Bubble Bowl, he still shows up at the end to watch Squidward's band. So both his excuse and probably his band were made up to pressure Squidward into humiliating himself at the Bubble Bowl. Evidence number 3, Squilliam's friends. In Season 3, Episode 8, Squilliam returns. Squidward leaves for work and conveniently bumps into Squilliam and all of his fancy friends, despite Squilliam not seeming like the kind of guy that would come near the Krusty Krab. He and his friends make fun of Squidward for working as a cashier.
Hold it! Don't tell me!
I love the random
You're
fish people in SpongeBob. It's like one of my favorite things.
Lying always makes
All
it
those
worse.
fucking random,
I believe
those
that
people.
This encounter was planned out by Squilliam
Look
in
fucking
advance,
so
and he
stupid.
hired all of those people to pretend to be his friends. Take a look at Squilliam's friends. They're all nicely dressed. You kind of get the sense that they're fancy, high-status members of Bikini Bottom, but they aren't. This is more like what the fancy rich people in Bikini Bottom look like. These are just some regular Bikini Bottom citizens. Most of them usually don't even wear nice clothes like this. And most of them are regulars at the Krusty Krab and would already know Squidward as the cashier.
My daddy doesn't have enough slime!
Really, they
These
like
are not
appear
the type
over
of
and over
people
again? Are you
Squilliam
kidding
would
me?
hang out with. I mean, why would Squilliam be hanging out with one of Pearl's teenage friends? At the end of the episode, Squilliam
I guess
even
like
admits
why
to his
keep
whole life
making
being
new
fake.
characters?
I made everything up about my life. I have no yachts, jets, or anything. I was only trying to impress you.
And then, of course, he quickly says he's just kidding.
Is that true? Of course not! I'm filthy stinking rich!
But was he kidding? I mean, obviously he's rich, but is there a nugget of truth in there? Evidence number 4, the statue. In Season 7, Episode 6, Squidward has to pick up trash for community service, and Squilliam once again conveniently bumps into him and reveals he's cleaned up so much trash that the city actually built a statue of him.
Maybe if you clean up Bikini Bottom, they'll build a statue of you. Oh, wait! They've already built one. Of me! I cleaned up all of Bikini Bottom in only 1 week.
I believe that once again, this encounter
But
was
doesn't have,
staged
like,
by
his
Squilliam,
unibrow thing.
and he actually paid to get that statue built. As Squilliam tells Squidward about the statue, a female fish admires it and says,
Bless you, Squilliam Fancy Sim. Bless you.
but if you remember, this is one of those friends Squilliam likely paid, making her whole comment feel very fake. By the end of the episode, Squilliam's statue gets destroyed. A police officer approaches and they have this exchange.
This is your statue?
It was.
Squilliam admits that it's his statue, not the city's. And why else would the officer give him specifically a ticket if it was city property? Evidence number 5, the concert. In Season 6, Episode 17, Squidward watches Squilliam play the clarinet at a big fancy concert. He receives a standing ovation, causing Squidward to leave angrily. But I believe this entire concert is a scam. Not only has the audience been paid to cheer, but Squilliam never even touches his instrument. Once again, many of the audience members were part of Squilliam's quote-unquote friends, but we also never actually see Squilliam play the clarinet. The episode opens right after he's finished his performance with the audience cheering, and one member of the audience says,
He's such a great musician. He doesn't even have to touch an instrument to be brilliant.
Maybe the real reason Squidward leaves so angrily is because the audience cheered for Squilliam even though he never even touched his clarinet. Maybe Squilliam is just as bad as Squidward at the clarinet and he's trying to hide it. Squilliam has gone to some pretty extreme lengths just to humiliate Squidward, but nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to what he does
Paid
next.
viewers.
Evidence number 6, the music college. In the same episode, after Squidward leaves the concert, he's approached by the headmistress of the Bikini Bottom prestigious music college.
Aren't you the esteemed Squilliam Fancyson III, who we all came here to see perform tonight?
She mistakes him for Squilliam and offers him a position as a professor.
Thick
Squidward
fish.
pretends to be Squilliam and teaches a class, only for the police to burst in and arrest him, all while he's being filmed on live TV. And I
So
believe
sorry.
that this is Squilliam's most elaborate and most expensive scheme to destroy Squidward both publicly
Yo, this guy's got
and
balls for
legally.
fucking chin
This
over here,
encounter
too.
where
See
Squidward
that?
gets offered a job is already suspiciously convenient, but listen closely to their exchange.
I'm Squilliam Fancyson. But didn't you just say a minute ago that your name was Squidward Q Tentacles?
It is. No, I mean, no, I didn't.
Well, that's a relief. I mean, what kind of a moron would go to their worst enemy's music recital?
What kind of moron would go to their own enemy's music recital? How does she know that Squidward and Squilliam are enemies? If she knew who Squidward was, then why didn't she recognize him? Why would she mistake him for Squilliam? This feels way too much like she was hired by Squilliam to set a trap for Squidward. And if that's not enough, the headmistress's associate is literally just a guy from the paid audience wearing a disguise. He just threw on some glasses to seem smart. Squilliam knew that Squidward couldn't resist the opportunity to teach a music class, even if it meant breaking the law.
My very own music class.
Then we get to the Bikini Bottom prestigious music college, and right off the bat, there's something very fishy about this place. The building itself is very green and grimy and has a very cheap metal look. Nothing about this says prestigious except for the big sign on top, which feels like the only new thing about this building. I think there is a very good chance that Squilliam just bought some old warehouse, then stuck a sign and some paint on it to disguise it as a college. I mean, look at these other schools in Bikini Bottom. They all have a very nice structure and a paint job, but this prestigious music college looks like a dumpster. Going into the classroom, not only does it have another one of Squilliam's friends, but if this is such a prestigious college, how did SpongeBob and Patrick get in here?
Would you two numbskulls mind telling me what you're doing in music class anyway?
Sure. Patrick's New Year's resolution was to learn to play an instrument.
They say it was their New Year's resolution to take a music class, but you'd think it'd be harder for them to get into an esteemed music school if they just decided to go to it on a whim. Seems like they're just letting in anyone to sell this ruse. Then, both the police, Squilliam and the headmistress, and a live news broadcast show up at the same time to arrest Squidward for impersonating Squilliam. If the extremely coincidental fact that all of these people suddenly showed up at the same time isn't enough for you to believe that Squilliam set it all up, I've got something that's going to blow your mind. Squilliam literally has the police working for him.
Oh my
Squidward Cube Tentacles, I'm placing you under arrest for impersonating a genius.
If that doesn't sound like he's been paid off, I don't know what does. The lengths that Squilliam goes to humiliate Squidward are insane. He literally builds statues and entire buildings just to make Squidward feel inferior. But why? Why would anyone go so far to embarrass an old high school band classmate? What happened between them? What could have caused this extreme level of dedication? Well, unfortunately, we never really get much information on their past. I've spent hours reading through the SpongeBob Wikipedia and looking at old episodes, and there really just isn't any clues that would explain their weird relationship. I guess we can't solve everything, but either way, that's my theory. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.
These videos are really good. Like I said, there's like a fucking ongoing story.
Season 6, Episode 5, Slide Whistle Stooges. Just a normal episode where SpongeBob and Patrick annoy Squidward. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Except I have one question about this episode. Why does Squidward have Squilliam's robe? That is clearly not the purple robe he usually wears. That is Squilliam Fancy Son III's robe. Why would Squidward have this? Unless they were more than just classmates. Could they have once been dating?
Oh my
no way.
God.
That's not possible. There's no evidence to support that. Right?
Don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
No, it can't be.
I mean, what kind of a moron would go to their worst enemy's music recital?
It's been right in front of us this whole time.
Our sources last saw Evil harassing teenagers up at Makeout Reef.
Makeout Reef. Good times, good times.
Voted most likely to suck eggs in high school.
Holy shit!
So, some other Alex Bale videos. Where the fuck is it? He made that fucking pizza restaurant. I think it's Pizza Time Pizza.
Here at Pizza Time Pizza, we don't
This
use
is like
any
his original
preservatives or
thing.
fake ingredients. We only use fresh, farm-grown, organic ingredients. Hi, I'm a real person, and I eat Pizza Time Pizza every day. Some people ask us, how do we make our Pizza Time Pizza taste so good? We use only real ingredients like cheese, tomatoes, and egg. I'm a real doctor, and Pizza Time Pizza isn't just good for you, it's good for you. Did you know that 100% of people who don't try Pizza Time Pizza die eventually? If you don't eat Pizza Time Pizza, then you will definitely eventually die. Go to pizzatimepizza.wixsite.com/pizzatimepizza and order a fresh, hot and ready cheese pizza with whatever toppings you want. Before eating at Pizza Time Pizza, I was hungry.
This music,
lonely,
it's
and homeless.
Kevin
But
MacLeod
now,
special.
I'm just lonely and homeless. Here at Pizza Time Pizza, we're a family. I'm a real pizza, and I'm okay with being eaten. Order
that
a
pizza
fresh,
looking dank.
large pepperoni cheese pizza today, and join the Pizza Time Pizza family today. In a world of uncertainty and danger, there's one thing you can always count on, and that's Pizza Time Pizza. Leave your old family behind and join the
But it's
Pizza
this guy,
Time Pizza family.
like over and over again.
I'm a celebrity. After joining the Pizza Time Pizza family, my old friends and family couldn't weigh me down anymore. Because I killed them. And we even have pizza in VR. Our prices are so great.
Damn, they
you'll wanna
predicted
cleanse your
fucking
soul with your past sins.
metaverse.
Join the Pizza Time Pizza family. Kill your
You think that looks like Papa John's? That just looks like some like shitty Domino's to me, kind of. Like hand tossed Domino's. Like you gotta eat it while it's hot or it's garbage, even when it's hot.
You are worthless.
I guess it all looks the same though.
We will make you strong. Join the Pizza Time Pizza family today.
Yeah, I just said this is definitely. That's all that Alex Vale makes is ARGs.
We will be rewarded in the Pizza Time Pizza
Those
afterlife.
SpongeBob
Only at
thing.
pizzatimepizza.wixsite.com/pizzatimepizza. Kill your parents. Kill your parents. Kill your parents. Kill your parents. Kill your parents.
Nah, for Domino's you gotta get the like the buttered crust. It's the only one that like tastes
Time
good.
Pizza.
The Pizza Time Pizza guy looks like Chuck Testa too. Maybe it's just the mustache. And then I wonder if he has it at the end of this video.
The show.
No.
Mrs. Puff is a boating school teacher who once made a terrible mistake. Her husband is still very familiar.
So he
with
keeps
New York
making
City,
these
thanks to NordVPN.
these videos. And then he throws in like a real life segment at the end of this one. It's after this whole video about Mrs. Puff and her dark past. It's just like, what the fuck? Does he do another one? So after the first few SpongeBob videos, he hit like 100,000. Oh, I think that's just like a little spooky trailer for that. But that's when he starts like hinting at it being, you know, more than just some fucking SpongeBob thing.
Are the Bikini Bottom citizens the result of nuclear radiation? Who is Pearl's mother? What is the Krabby Patty's secret formula? These are by far the 3 biggest questions in the show SpongeBob SquarePants, and today I'm going to be answering all 3 of them and more with just one theory. Get ready for the darkest SpongeBob conspiracy you'll ever see. This is the evolution theory. We're back with another SpongeBob conspiracy. Guess I'm the SpongeBob guy now. That's all I make. You guys sure love these SpongeBob theories.
Alex Bale out with another video. The makers of
now there's like
SpongeBob
a conspiracy ARG people like bouncing off of it.
Brainwash you people. Squilliam sends the doctor in. He's not really a doctor. He's just
got
trying
Pepe
to
Silvio shit on the wall.
Round thing on his head there. Oh my God! Thank God for Alex Bale. Look at that. He's helping me prove my point. You know what? That is awesome.
Maybe some of you love them a little too much. You know, I got
it's like
other
some
videos,
fucking
right? I make
Keith
films and
Apicary
stuff too.
shit.
Anyone want to watch those? Anyways, by far the most popular SpongeBob theory out there is the Bikini Atoll nuclear radiation theory. It's pretty simple.
never heard this before.
It's been confirmed that Bikini Bottom is actually beneath a real-life place called Bikini Atoll. From 1946 to 1958, the United States did nuclear tests there, devastating the area and leaving it radioactive even to this day. The theory states that the reason why the citizens of Bikini Bottom can talk and have formed advanced societies is because of mutations caused by these nuclear tests. And that's about the whole theory. Even though there's tons and tons of videos about it, none of them actually go in depth with it or really look through the show for evidence. But y'all know that if Alex Bale is making a theory on it, then it's not going to be some baby surface level analysis. I will watch every single episode of SpongeBob. I will read every page of the goddamn Wikipedia. If I'm making a theory on it, then you guys know it's going to be good. And once I really started looking into this theory, I realized that there is so much more here than anyone thinks. Get ready, because today we're going to be solving the biggest mysteries in the history of SpongeBob SquarePants and changing the way you look at the entire show. So without further ado, let's begin the theory. In order to find out whether the Bikini Atoll theory is true, we first have to determine whether fish talking and being so intelligent is unique to Bikini Bottom.
I think he's like a filmmaker.
I
think that's what he is.
Works. You know, it could just be that all animals in this world are able to talk, and that's completely normal because at the end of the day, SpongeBob is still just a cartoon. Well, if we take a look at Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends, we get a bit of a hint about how the SpongeBob world works. In this episode, a green moon appears and transforms all the characters into less cartoony, real-life versions of themselves.
The fuck? That actually happened? What the hell?
Just like in real life, they can't talk and end up trying to eat each other. The French narrator is watching all this unfold, and he says this very important line.
I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day. It is called Neptune's moon. Every 100 years, it de-evolves everyone in Bikini Bottom into primal fish.
Every 100 years, it de-evolves everyone in Bikini Bottom into primal fish. So this implies that the characters in Bikini Bottom are more evolved and were
like
once
some
like
fucking
these primal
Pokemon
fish.
shit now.
But this doesn't prove that the evolution only exists in Bikini Bottom. It could still be a worldwide phenomenon. Remember that bonus DVD clip I found in my television theory? It was about humans studying fish in Bikini Bottom because of their intelligence.
Land-loving scientists have tried to learn the secrets of intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one undersea colony demonstrated a genius so enormous, the scientists felt compelled to record their actions for use in teaching mankind how to live better.
This makes it sound an awful lot like the fish in Bikini Bottom actually are uniquely evolved and it's not some worldwide phase. Then, in the SpongeBob 20-year anniversary special, SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, we get a major piece of evidence for this theory. SpongeBob and Patrick take a tour of the surface world and eventually go to a fish store and see some very realistic, less evolved fish.
What kind of monsters would want to keep fish folk in jail like this? They're so beautiful.
They can't talk back to SpongeBob and Patrick, and they're actually able to swim freely through the water instead of being affected by gravity. They are clearly showing us that both evolved and primitive fish exist in this universe at the same time. Now, sometimes we've seen Bikini Bottom characters represented as realistic fish like this, but only when they're out of water, never while they're still in water like these fish. We even see this again in the beginning of the third SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. The movie opens with a coral reef full of these realistic primal fish, but eventually we get to Bikini Bottom where the more evolved fish live. So there you go, direct proof that the citizens of Bikini Bottom are uniquely evolved. This is a very deliberate world-building choice for the creators to make. So I guess that kind of confirms the Bikini Atoll theory. Theory confirmed! We did it! Woo! Well, let's hold on for a second. As much as I'd love to call this theory complete, there's actually one major piece of evidence that gives me some resistance. Something I've never seen anyone else bring up when talking about this theory. Prehistoric Bikini Bottom. We've seen episodes like UGG or SB129 that show Bikini Bottom millions of years in the past, but we still see evolved versions of SpongeBob and Patrick. Sure, they may not be super intelligent or advanced, but they're still clearly way more evolved than the primitive, realistic versions we see in Feral Friends or in the fish store. So, how are we seeing these evolutions millions of years before the Bikini Atoll tests? Well, unfortunately, I think the only conclusion is that the Bikini Atoll theory just isn't true. I mean, clearly something has caused Bikini Bottom citizens to be uniquely evolved, there's no denying that. But whatever caused it took place millions of years ago and couldn't have been the Bikini Atoll nuclear tests. Then, what really caused the evolution? In the entire show, the only thing we've seen that directly affects the evolution of characters is the Green Moon and Feral Friends. Except the French narrator specifically calls it Neptune's moon.
It is called Neptune's moon.
Named after the ruler of the seven seas, King Neptune. King Neptune is a character who's been around since the beginning of the sea. He's a character who the Bikini Bottom citizens view as their god. And he's a character who has the ability to change fish into other forms.
The fuck is his daughter? What the hell?
What the?
Oops.
King Neptune used his magic to turn the fish of the sea into more evolved subjects for him to rule over. He's the one who's been behind it all this time. Now, I could spend this entire video talking about King Neptune and his weird continuity and contradictions in the show, but I'll save that for another theory. What I'd much rather talk about are the implications of having evolved and primitive fish coexisting in the sea. Now, we know that this evolution isn't specific to just Bikini Bottom.
Why would he still have little
shoes? We see different
shoes?
cities and places far across the ocean that still have talking fish. Which makes sense because the marine life in Bikini Bottom has evolved to resemble humans, so it's no surprise that just like humans, they've expanded beyond Bikini Bottom and colonized other areas of the sea. But now, I have an interesting question for you. What is the relationship between evolved fish and primitive unevolved fish?
Splatoon and SpongeBob,
just peacefully coexist
two different
in the sea
kingdoms
without bothering each other. You know,
same
just like real life humans and animals.
post-apocalyptic world.
Wait a second.
Oh my god.
In season 3, episode 10, the Krusty Krab training video, there is this hilarious, absurd moment when they're talking about Mr. Krabs.
After the war, Krabs stayed secluded in a deep depression that seemed endless.
Like, what war happened in Bikini Bottom? They just tell us this and then completely drop it. But with this new context, is it possible that Krabs fought in a war against these primitive, wild fish of the sea? I mean, let's remember in Feral Friends, some of those de-evolved fish were massive compared to the evolved fish, and they immediately started attacking each other.
The battle for the survival of the fittest rages on in the animal kingdom.
So yeah, in order for the Bikini Bottom citizens to survive and expand, they would probably break into some kind of war. And from the sounds of it, this war must have been pretty brutal to put Mr. Krabs into such a deep depression. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Is there actually any evidence that proves the war Mr. Krabs fought in was specifically this evolutionary war? Well, through the few flashbacks we get, we know that Mr. Krabs served in the Navy. And yes, they were sailing ships on an ocean, even though they're already underwater. This is actually a real-life phenomenon where certain parts of the sea can have a higher level of salinity, and it looks like an underwater ocean. Shout out Miss Parks, my high school marine biology teacher. We also know from maps of Bikini Bottom that the town is surrounded by this underwater ocean. So that places Mr. Krabs' war outside of Bikini Bottom where this evolutionary war would have to take place. Then if we take a look at Mr. Krabs' home, we see it is full of memorabilia from his past days in the Navy. But hidden within here is something that will absolutely blow your mind and answer one of the biggest questions in the show. Hanging there on his wall is a picture of a massive whale next to a ship. You don't think that could be... No, it can't be. Pearl's mother? Pearl is Mr. Krabs' whale daughter. The show never really explains how a crab can be the father of a whale, but most people just assume she was adopted. People have been speculating about who Pearl's biological mother is for years, and I think we finally just found our answer. We see 2 photos of this whale on a ship in season 3, episode 9, just 1 episode before we find out Mr. Krabs fought in a war. Since this is among all of Mr. Krabs' Navy stuff, I think we can assume that this is
Mr. Krabs' eyes look like
and
hot
not just some
dogs
random picture of a whale on a ship above the ocean. The whale is massive compared compared to the ship. We've seen adult whales in Bikini Bottom before, but they are nothing compared to the size of this whale. This has a much closer resemblance to Pearl when she de-evolved in Feral Friends and became massive. So this has to be an unevolved primitive whale, and the picture clearly shows them fighting. Not only does this prove that there was a war between evolved and primitive fish, but Mr. Krabs definitely fought in it. But this also implies something very dark. Mr. Krabs killed Pearl's mother. The only direct reference we get in the show to Pearl's mother is one of Mr. Krabs' many sayings.
I feel like that happens in cartoons all the time. Like someone kills someone's mom and then they like raise the orphan child.
He uses it in places something like "Holy crap" or "Dear God," only saying it when something truly shocking or terrible happens, because he knows the terrible thing that happened to Pearl's mother. Why did Mr. Krabs go into such a deep depression after the war? Because he's haunted by what he's done, and the smoking harpoon to prove it is right there on his wall. So that leaves us with an important question. Why did he adopt Pearl? After he killed her mother, he probably realized she had an infant daughter who had the evolutionary genes. Instead of leaving her to die, he adopted her as his own, all while keeping the dark secret that he was responsible for her mother's death. Woo! Childhood ruined yet? Well, don't worry, there's still time for this theory to get even worse. Now's your chance to remove yourself before things get really dark. Still here? Okay, so here's a fun question. What's the deal with all the pets in Bikini Bottom? How come most fish are basically humans, but a snail or a worm acts like a pet? Well, just like humans have domesticated wild animals, it should be no surprise that evolved fish have domesticated primitive fish as pets. Unlike the massive primitive fish that the Bikini Bottom citizens
I'm watching
had
a
to go to
video
war with,
about
there's also
SpongeBob.
smaller primitive fish like jellyfish, snails, spirit
Mr.
worms,
Krabs
seahorses, and clams
Pearl's
that the Bikini Bottom
mother.
citizens were able to form a symbiotic relationship with.
Holy crap,
Aw, and I
Lois.
thought you said this was gonna be the dark part, Alex. They're living peacefully together. That's nice. Okay, you got me. Here's another fun question. Where do the citizens of Bikini Bottom get their food? I mean, sure, some of it is plant-based, but there sure does seem to be an awful lot of meat-based food under the sea. I think you know where I'm going with this. The Bikini Bottom citizens eat primitive fish. Haha, it's not cannibalism if they're less evolved than you, right? There's no moral dilemma there. In Season 3, Episode 13, we see direct proof of this when the characters go fishing for primitive clams. This is something completely normal in this world. And then there's the chum bucket, which sells chum. Chum. Chum is literally just ground up fish. The show isn't even hiding this. Now, we don't really see too much of the meat harvesting side of Bikini Bottom, and I'm not surprised they're keeping it on the DL, you know, with the whole cannibalism thing, but there is one secret to making food that is kept more secret than anything in Bikini Bottom. The best kept secret in the entire show. You already know what I'm gonna say. The Krabby Patty secret formula. Throughout the show, there's been lots of
I thought that one
evidence
kid
about
made
the
it
Krabby Patty secret formula.
in that video.
In Season 4, Episode 7, Mr. Krabs says it's an old family recipe.
Your mother knows the Krabby Patty formula? Of course she does! It's an old Krabs family recipe!
But in Season 5, Episode 1, apparently Mr. Krabs discovered it on his own by accidentally mixing random ingredients together.
I've done it! I discovered the perfect patty batter!
Sometimes it's a secret formula, sometimes it's a book, sometimes it's a secret sauce, and any glimpse we get at the formula is just random nonsense. There is a ton of contradictory evidence out there, but I think this might all be intentional. In order to throw people off, Mr. Krabs has spread misinformation about the Krabby Patty formula. In fact, he's already done this in Season 3, Episode 18 by hiding a fake formula for Plankton to find that says he's the secret ingredient.
Mixed together with the most important ingredient of all, 4 heaping pounds of freshly ground plankton?
And the contradictions aren't just inside the show. Even one of the SpongeBob crew members once said that Krabby Patties are vegetarian and contain no meat. But I've always been a little suspicious about what the creators say. They've also said that they're not allowed to show fish as food, except they clearly do with chum, clam fishing, and all the many, many gags where fish turn into food. It's almost like they're not allowed by Nickelodeon to publicly acknowledge this because that could create a controversy, but they could still sneak this dark secret into the show. So what is the true secret secret ingredient? Where does the meat really come from? It's strange, we never really see Mr. Krabs get the meat delivered, or at least go out himself to get it. It's almost like he has all the meat he needs stockpiled somewhere. What primitive meat can Mr. Krabs have access to? Maybe he's been holding on to something from the war. What could Mr. Krabs have killed during the war that he doesn't want anyone to find out about? Something big enough to supply him with meat for years without needing more. What could that be? You really gonna make me say it? Mr. Krabs is using Pearl's dead mother's carcass to make Krabby Patties. Woo! We did it! Yeah, we solved the mystery! We did it! I'm so glad. Season 1, Episode 15, Sleepy Time. Mr. Krabs has a dream that he's on a boat fishing for a massive dollar. This is his memory of killing Pearl's mother, except now all he sees her as is money. And take a guess what name he calls the dollar.
What's you doing, Mr. Krabs?
I'm picking Neptune's pocket.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about cold hard flipping cash. It's the mighty Moby Dollar.
Moby Dollar, a direct reference to Moby Dick, a story about hunting a whale. Are you kidding me? And that is the evolution theory. I warned you guys this would be a dark one. The Bikini Atoll theory, King Neptune, Pearl's mother, the Krabby Patty formula, we hit everything in this theory. Even if you don't agree with all of it, you gotta admit a lot of this makes sense. Eugene Krabs' aspirations for money and greed have caused him to do terrible, terrible things. At least his love for Pearl seems to be real, so maybe there's some small amount of good in him. And even though Pearl's mother probably provides tons of meat, eventually he's gonna run out and he'll have to face what he's done. Well, unless of course there's another whale he has access to. Nope. No. No. Mr. Krabs wouldn't do that. He loves Pearl. He's not just raising her for Krabby Patty meat. Even Mr. Krabs isn't that much of a monster.
Dude, what, like literally made out of the meat there? Are you kidding me? That's a little suspect. Yo, Jackal, thanks for the raid. What's going on, everybody? We're just watching some conspiracy
well, already
videos.
Then, that's the end of that theory. Just gonna end it here before there's any more dark plot twists.
You guys
have been insanely supportive with these SpongeBob theories, so I guess I have to make more. I've been your host, Alex Bale. Thanks for watching. Hey, just want to let you know that I think I'm gonna take a break from the SpongeBob videos for a little bit. It's not you. I mean, the videos are great. People love them. It's just, I think I want to go back to making actual films for a bit. Okay then. Thanks for everything. I guess I'll just see you around.
Yeah, he does kind of look familiar. I don't know if he's ever been in other things, but it's Alex Bale. He's made a bunch of weird ARG videos. Pizza Time Pizza, not the Ninja Turtles thing.
You were
Pizza ARG.
and unloved, but now you have millions of views. You have sponsors. Why would you forsake them?
I just, I don't want to really make these videos forever. I don't want to be known as the SpongeBob guy.
My boy, you really think they will care about your little films? I am your muse. I have given you the gift of knowledge. If you wish
Why would Patrick
to go
want
back
meat, though?
to anonymity, then be my guest. But I know who you really are.
I don't know. I like how the like actual ARG part gets more detailed every time, in addition to the actual SpongeBob content. I want to look at. It's just the. No. Apparently, there's like aliens too. I didn't even know any of that.
So
I keep coming up with these, but I mean, they're great.
This is at the end of the King Neptune one. I think this is the last one he did.
You were totally right. You know, the people want SpongeBob theories, so who am I to ignore them? So, thank you.
The fucking SpongeBob shirt.
Hello?
Yeah, it gives him the theories.
Got the meat for you. All right, listen. If we're gonna work on this, then we need to work on our communication skills because this creepy quiet act is getting old. All right.
I got the other bags are just there still.
Why are you on my ceiling?
My boy, you have done well. But if we are to
It's like the goo from the Widow music video.
I will require something more.
We were just talking about the other day. My boy. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's like a red herring for it to seem like it's Patrick. I don't think it is. It's cool though. It looks like this guy throws a lot of different ideas at the wall. It's neat to see something kind of stick for him. And like I said, he did the pizza time. What the fuck is it called? Pizza time pizza. Not the fucking illicit pizza time pizza, but yeah, I guess it could be like a Squid Ink thing. But like I said, I didn't actually really watch SpongeBob a lot. Like it was a little bit after when I was watching a lot of Nickelodeon, so I didn't realize how layered it was with all sorts of weird shit. Different characters being associated with different people, all that shit. I think that's pretty much all there was to watch tonight. Pretty much that's it.